It's time for Storm Watch, presented by John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington.
Montour can't get the puck. It's knocked away by Natchez. Natchez and Aho, 2-on-0. Back to Natchez to Aho. They score! Short-handed. Oh, that is just brilliance by Natchez and Aho.
This is Storm Watch, presented by John Heister Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington. In just 30 minutes, it'll be time for Carolina Hurricanes hockey. Now, to get you ready for the action, here's your host, Alec Campbell.
Welcome to the 2021-2022 Carolina Hurricanes hockey season, sorta. It's preseason game one. The Canes dropped the puck with an old nemesis, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sorta. They will be wearing Lightning sweaters, but very few of them will be wearing a Lightning sweater when opening day hits. That's just the nature of the preseason. That said, it does make me feel some type of way. The first game of the preseason is against the last team the Hurricanes played in the playoffs last year. Of course, the Lightning were the Stanley Cup champs yet again, the second consecutive time, and they are a juggernaut. Good news, however, in the preseason, the Hurricanes have a great record against the Lightning in exhibition games, going 11-6-1-1 since relocation. That means absolutely zilch as it pertains to tonight, but it's an interesting stat nonetheless. And truthfully, tonight really is not about winning or losing. It's about assessing this year's version of the Carolina Hurricanes, who will not be dressing anything resembling their opening night roster either. I guess I should amend that a little bit. There are a few guys dressing who will be on the opening night roster, but largely it's a bunch of players that the team wants to take a look at for potentially the future. But that's what these preseason games are about. We'll get you set for opening face-off coming up at 7 o'clock in the East tonight. Mike Maniscalco, Trip Tracy back on the call. In fact, we're going to hear from Trip here in just a couple of minutes, get his early observations from training camp, and we will hear from a couple of players as well, and we'll bring you tonight's starting lineup as the Hurricanes embark on another season. But before we do any of that, let's hear from the Hurricanes head coach, Rod Brind'Amour. He met with the assembled media this morning after the pregame skate and discussed his excitement at getting the team in some game action tonight.
You know, this kind of first game, you get a feel now for certain players and what they're, kind of picking up and not picking up. So we got to get going.
How much are you specifically looking at Kotkaniemi on that first line, see how he fits?
Well, all the new guys, right? Like, there's a lot of new guys playing. And that's, again, two-sided for me to get to know them and get a feel, and then the more reps they can get in games with us, and then we'll have good teaching clips after the game. That's kind of how it has to work.
Well, a lot was said about Tony DeAngelo when he signed here. Just what's been your impression of the way he's handled things in camp and what you want him to do?
Yeah, again, he's one of those guys that has to learn how we play, and he's got the skill set. It's just figuring out how to get to that game that we expect. And so I think there's a big learning curve with, like I said, all the new guys. But he's been good. I mean, he's been great, actually. We'll see. I mean, the games will tell where we're all at and where they are at.
Can you really even evaluate goalies in preseason games? Is it hard to do, especially the first one?
Yeah, I don't know. It's hard to evaluate, to be honest with you, in general, because there's just a lot going on, and the other lineups that the other teams are playing. I mean, there's just a lot of things. But I think individually, goalies might be the easiest to evaluate because at the end of the day, still just got to stop the puck.
What led you to maybe go a little bit younger with tonight's lineup?
Well, it's first game. You probably see that first couple of games. You're not going to see, our full group just because we got to know what we have. And, I think these are the first couple games that are easy to kind of throw different guys in there that might not be here this year or certainly to start the season, but we got to know what we have and got to give them a chance.
Have any of the young guys caught your eye in camp?
Well, I mean, they all catch your eye. It's just, again, let's see them play. So that's kind of the way I think it.
We were just talking about DeAngelo. What about his kind of off-the-ice reputation? Have you had any conversations with him about that?
Yeah, of course. I mean, that was the big deal. I mean, it wasn't about his abilities. So, and again, not to rehash all this, but did our homework on him, talked to him. He's been great and a great teammate right now. He's done everything we've asked him to do. And, what we're asking him to do now is learn the system, learn how to play the way we need to, and he's been great about it.
He said he hasn't tried to work out with you yet. He doesn't think he could keep up.
Yeah, well, that's probably good advice or whatever. No, all our guys work hard. That's what's great. They came into camp. Everyone was in great shape. I think, having that facility and having the guys here early and having the leadership that we have. Joe, like I said, I mentioned day one, Jordan Stahl being the leader of that, and just they watch him do it, and you can't ask for more.
Coach Gleason got some nice suits to wear behind the benches. Do you have to go out and buy one today, or what?
It's a good question. I don't think he's going to, dust out his good stuff yet. I think he's probably waiting for the real games to get going. But I don't know. But let's see on that
one. What are the preseason reps for coaches like with preseason hockey? Like, do you have to get back into it, or?
That's a good question. It's long days, right? You have, kind of run 2 practices, and then you got to get ready for a game, and then your turnaround's quick because the next morning you got to have everything ready for 2 more practices, and so it's kind of a grind in a way for coaches in the preseason, but it does get the dust off, and it's all done. That's for sure.
All right, so there's the Hurricanes head coach, Rod Brindamore. A lot about assessing the group tonight. And, of course, we'll get our first look at Tim Gleason's suit, who is their new assistant coach. Gleason, who has been a part of the organization leading defenseman development for the last few seasons, will get his first try behind the bench on the Hurricanes staff tonight. But this is the first of 4 preseason games for the Hurricanes. And as you heard from Brindamore, he's excited to get things going, get some game tape with which to use for teaching moments. This also marks the first exhibition game the Hurricanes have played, and this really got me today. First exhibition game the Canes have played since the bubble in Toronto, ahead of the Stanley Cup playoffs a couple of seasons ago when they faced the Washington Capitals in a warm-up game after sitting around for 4 or 5 months during the initial stages of the pandemic. It feels like forever ago when that happened, because we have subsequently played another season, albeit a shortened season last season, but that was, for better or worse, 2 seasons ago when the Hurricanes played their last exhibition game. Lots of new faces for the Hurricanes this season as well. I think they might be better than last year's team. There will be 10 faces in the lineup tonight who were acquired during the offseason. I think this team is a little bit older. They're a little bit more experienced than the last couple of groups. And I think it was inevitable in many ways that the team was going to look a lot different this season than it did last year. A, there were guys who priced themselves out of the Hurricanes' future. B, the Canes brought back virtually the same group last season after 2 postseason exits. And at some point, you've got to try something different. And ultimately, I think they did a pretty good job of bringing in some veteran experience, some guys with some high ceilings who maybe just needed to change the scenery. Ethan Bear, Jesper Kotkaniemi, Tony DeAngelo all come to mind in that respect. But I think of guys who have a lot of upside, who are ready for a fresh start. Ian Cole, a guy who brings championship pedigree to the group. We're going to see Cole tonight. We're going to see DeAngelo tonight. Going to see Kotkaniemi tonight playing on that top line, along with Vincent Trocheck and Teuvo Teravainen. So I'm excited to see these guys in a Hurricanes uniform for the first time. We're also going to see a new goaltending duo in Frederick Anderson and Antti Ranta. Frederick Anderson will get the start for Carolina tonight, and I assume Ranta will get the start for the Canes when they play again on Friday night in Tampa. We can only assess what we see in front of us tonight. I don't think we'll be able to make tons of grand proclamations based on what we see, just because of the nature of these games, the coaches testing things out, weird pairings and line combinations, and opposition that is doing the same thing. So it's exciting that the new season is here. Enjoy it for what it is. Saddle up for what hopes to be another strong season here in Raleigh. Lots to get to as we lead you up to opening faceoff. And when we come back, we will welcome in our friend, Hurricanes color analyst Trip Tracy. Will get his thoughts on training camp and what to expect from this team this season. That's next on the Storm Watch, presented by John Heister, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on 99.9 The Fan.
The curse is broken, NC State fans. Been here 9 years and seen a lot of crazy stuff. I think it was real, and it's not there anymore, so we can move on now and be happy about that.
Dave Doran is right. Clemson's curse over NC State, which lasted 11 years, has been broken. What's next for the Wolfpack is to break an ACC title drought that goes back to 1979. Doran and the Wolfpack delivered against Clemson. On this week's episode of Pack Therapy, I'll break down what that means going forward for NC State. Thanks to the Mosquito Authority and Pest Authority. No mosquitoes, no pests, no contracts, guaranteed.
Ever get tired how negative the world is? With Any Day Heating and Cooling, you might like the word no, as in no trip charges, no service charge, no overtime charge, no extra charge for nights, weekends, or holidays, no diagnostic fee, no charge for second opinions, and with Any Day, there is no stress about picking the wrong company. Want a positive experience in a negative world? Call Any Day at 919-205-8916. Don't forget to ask about our summer guarantee. Any Day is the only way.
It's bow time. So it's game time and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP. And then you realize you're out of gas. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
What do you mean you've never heard of Dauntless Transmissions? Dauntless Transmissions is a father and son team dedicated to their loyal customer base and the problems that concern them. Front-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, all-wheel drive. If it leaks, jerks, or slips, Dauntless Transmissions is your local source for exceptional service. DauntlessTransmissions.com. The .com is a signal to take a deep breath and .calm down. We're going to take care of you. Remember, take the stairs and wash them hands.
Nobody beats a Fairway Green lawn. Kevin, what can Fairway Green do this time of the year for our yards?
Yes, many people do not realize that fall is the time to seed your fescue, not in the spring. Fall is the time to go ahead and get out there and do a core aeration seeding. Go ahead and put down a good quality fertilizer at the same time.
How can we get started right away?
Yes, visit fairwaygreen.com. We'll be out there within 3 to 4 business days. We'll leave a very detailed lawn analysis that I'm sure you'll be quite impressed with.
Great. You can also call Fairway Green 919-329-0095.
All right, welcome into the first edition of the Stormwatch, and this, the 2021-2022 preseason opener, the Canes and the Lightning. And it's time to welcome in Trip Tracy, Hurricanes color analyst, back for another season. Trip's going to be joining us every Stormwatch throughout the regular season and the playoffs. Great to have him back as always. Let's start here, Tripper. It's hard to tell anything from training camp, but what have been your early impressions as you've watched practice so far?
Well, I do like, Alec, that Rod has put all of his NHL players in one group. Going back to my 2 training camps way back when in the 90s, that would have been demoralizing because it was a lot of fun to be, have the NHLers intermingled with all of the prospects. But I think that it's the right way to maximize training camp. This seems to be a longer one, even with just 4 preseason games, which I think is going to be very beneficial with all these new faces in the lineup. In particular, on the blue line, when you're looking at Ethan Bear, you're looking at Ian Cole, you're looking at Tony DeAngelo, Brendan Smith, wherever he's going to play. Carolina, especially on the blue line, plays, I think, a much more aggressive type of system than the majority of teams in the NHL. And you want to get to the point where guys aren't thinking about where they should be on the ice, how they should be reacting, that it just becomes a spontaneous working part of the mind. So I think that what seems to be a very lengthy training camp, because we're still 2 weeks out from the opener, is a good thing with all these new faces. I will tell you, speaking of Rod, he seems to be even more noticeably comfortable in his own skin. And, you know, I looked at the first day of training camp. He obviously didn't like it from his NHL group, and he didn't wait around. I could tell on the ice that he challenged them the next day, that he thought that they were off of it. They were a bit lackadaisical the first day, and he was not patient about that at all, which I thought was terrific. So that was definitely an impression. You know, there's some young faces that are going to get a look in the lineup on this very deep team, really at all positions. So I can't really formulate any type of impressions until I see them play starting tonight, whether it be the Jack Drurys, the Ryan Suzuki's, even a Jesperi Kotkaniemi who's playing on a line tonight with Vincent Trocheck and Teuvo Teravainen. I'm really looking forward to seeing him.
Trip Tracy, Hurricanes color analyst, is joining us here on the Storm Watch. One big picture item, because this is a team that has made the playoffs the last few years. They've had some really good teams. They've run up against a couple of juggernauts, especially the Tampa Bay Lightning last year, went on to win the Stanley Cup. But when you look at what the Hurricanes did in the offseason this year, did they get better?
Yes, on paper, but the game's not played on paper. That's unequivocal for me that they are better on paper, in particular on the blue line. Now, I recognize, and you know, Alec, you know, I've been very candid, you know, with you the last couple of years, in particular at playoff time, about frustrations that I had about Dougie Hamilton. Now, Dougie, you could plug in his numbers in the regular season. So individually and cumulatively, you know, that's a big hole to fill in the regular season. It's not just Tony DeAngelo, who I think will play well, but it's Pesce doing more offensively. Slavin may be doing a bit more offensively. Shea doing more offensively. Ethan Bear progressing because people think he's just scratching the surface. When you get to the playoffs, and, you know, it's easier said than done if the Hurricanes are going to do it for the fourth consecutive year. When you look at their defense on paper, it is so much better and deeper at both ends of the rink. You know, if you have that cumulative pull on the rope offensively in the regular season. Hamilton was not a performer in the playoffs. So I am very confident with this group, and I like this group if the Hurricanes can punch their postseason ticket. So they're going to have to find a way as a group with the aggressive system that Rod wants his blue line to employ to be able to create offense. DeAngelo's going to have to do the job probably in Dougie's spot on that A power play unit. But when I look just, you know, they're playing at Tampa tonight. It's obviously a totally different Tampa team. Tampa has a very young lineup that they're going to play, probably different than what they'll play Friday in Tampa. But the Hurricanes are so much deeper when you look at a top pairing of Ethan Bear and Jacob Slavin, the familiar pair of Brett Pesce and Brady Shea. And then you have Ian Cole, a Stanley Cup winner, who should be a very good penalty killer, character guy with DeAngelo. And I mean, you have guys waiting in the wings, whether it be a Brendan Smith, whether it be a Joey Keane, Jesper Selgren, who is a player that I think Hurricanes fans who will play tonight should watch closely in the preseason. That's the area that I think is markedly deeper and more balanced is the blue line. And we haven't even talked about the goaltending. Freddie Anderson will start tonight. You know that I was and am very fond of the upside of Alex Nedeljkovic. Peter Mrazek, was an excellent Hurricane. But even with all of that being said, Freddie Anderson and Antti Raanta, if Raanta can stay healthy, the relief of pressure that I think will be very beneficial for Anderson. You could make a very sound argument that the Hurricanes' goaltending tandem has more upside than it's had in many years.
Trip Tracy, Hurricanes color analyst, thank you so much, my friend. I appreciate you. We'll look forward to talking to you throughout the season. Enjoy the game tonight.
Alec, I really got going in this one. I didn't even get, really talk about the forwards. And, but the game, you know what? The game ain't played on paper.
Hey, nope.
But on paper, I think Carolina has improved their team. I wasn't great in chemistry in high school, but it all comes down to chemistry. Can that chemistry with these new faces be created? If it is, this team has the opportunity to take a step forward.
You and I will have plenty of time to get into all the different position groups between now and the end of the season, man. I'll talk to you soon.
Talk to you later.
All right, follow him on Twitter at Trip Tracy, on Instagram at Tracy_Trip, and at Diggin Trip. And make sure you're checking out the Digging In with Trip podcast wherever you get your podcasts for all of the great guests, insight, and information. Trip will be joining us here on the Stormwatch throughout the regular season and hopefully for a long playoff run for the Hurricanes as well. All right, before we move on, let's get you tonight's starting lineup for the Hurricanes. Starting lineups brought to you by Linda Craft and Team, the name everyone knows and trusts, lindacraft.com. And we've got Vincent Trocheck centering the top line tonight with Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Teuvo Teravainen. Derek Stepan will center Steven Lorentz and Josh Levo on the second line. Jack Drury gets the start at center on the third line alongside Jameson Reese and Stefan Nason. Ryan Suzuki will draw in as the center on the fourth line with Sam Militic and Dominic Bach. On defense for the Hurricanes tonight, it's going to be Ian Cole and Tony DeAngelo on the top pair. Maxime Lajoie and Joey Keane on your second pair. Eric Jelena and Jesper Sellgren will round out the defensive pairs tonight. Frederick Anderson gets the start in net for Carolina tonight. 13-8-3 a year ago with a .296 goals against average, .895 save percentage. Anderson, originally drafted by the Carolina Hurricanes in the 7th round of the 2010 NHL draft, chose to re-enter in 2012 and was picked up by the Anaheim Ducks, where he spent 3 seasons before moving on to Toronto. So our first look at Frederick Anderson tonight. We're going to get a look at some of the other new guys when we return. Tony DeAngelo and Derek Stepan had some time with the media earlier this morning, and we will hear that on the other side. You're listening to the Storm Watch, presented by John Heister, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get off your keister and come to Heister. We'll check in with a couple of players next on The Fan.
If your pipes go bump in the night, might be time to get those checked out. Call Progressive Plumbing for same-day service, flat rate pricing, and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Visit callprogressive.com.
Did you know the arrow in Amazon's logo represents A to Z? Maybe the My Computer Career logo should represent unemployed to employed. Ryan was out of work when he started classes in March. In September, he started his IT career, working for Amazon, making more money than he ever thought possible. Here's a prime opportunity. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. It's not rocket science. It's mycomputercareer.edu.
These are the final days, the final hours of Diamonds Direct's incredible finance offer. You have until Saturday at 6 p.m. to take advantage of 5-year zero-interest financing. That's on any purchase. Buy now. Spread your payments over 5 whole years with zero interest. Response has been incredible, but this amazing offer comes to an end on Saturday and will not be extended. Don't miss the year's best buying opportunity at Diamonds Direct. 5 years zero interest through Saturday at 6 p.m. Get directions, details, and more now at diamondsdirect.com.
Football is calling, so grab your friends and head to Carolina Ale House. Some sports bars think they have a sweet setup to watch the game, but they have nothing on our restaurants. In every Carolina Ale House, the walls are lined with TVs, so you don't miss a minute of the action. Plus a scratch-made menu and one of the largest beer varieties in town. With great lunch and daily specials, there is something new to try every day. Visit CarolinaAleHouse.com. Carolina Ale House. Food, sports, and fun. Ale, yeah!
You trained for this all year. Endless hours of cardio, conditioning, and weights. And now you are ready. Ready to trek back to your seat from the concession stand. Through the lines, lost fans, and that mascot who wants you to do a little dancey dance. All without spilling a drop of your ice-cold Bud Light. Welcome back to football, sports fans.
99.9 The Fan, Alec Campbell with you here on the Storm Watch, presented by John Heister, Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. For a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get off your keister and come to Heister, Canes, and the Lightning, kicking things off for the first preseason game of the year here at PNC Arena. The Lightning, of course, the team to knock out the Hurricanes in 5 games in the Stanley Cup playoffs last season. They, of course, went on to win their second consecutive Stanley Cup. And how about it? why not play him in the first preseason game of the season? We mentioned that the Hurricanes have gotten a little bit older. They've gotten a little bit deeper, in my opinion. They've got a few guys on their team who I think were classic sort of change of scenery guys that had plenty of upside and just needed a restart, a fresh start with a new organization. And the Hurricanes were able to acquire a few of those guys. Jesperi Kotkaniemi was one of them. Of course, in the first offer sheet that has been completed in a long time. And Tony DeAngelo was another one as well. Of course, he's had somewhat of a troubled past. The Hurricanes taking a chance on him. And DeAngelo had some media availability this morning after the pregame skate. And he talked about some of the familiarity that he's been able to get through the first few weeks of being here and at the start of training camp.
Yeah, I knew a lot of guys coming into it, actually, between the guys in New York and then a couple other guys, American guys and stuff. So that's been easy. The easy part of getting to know guys, just trying to get my touch back and my my confidence and repetition back. So that's why I think the games are going to be important. It's much more realistic when you play a game rather than controlled practice settings. So I'm looking forward to getting those touches and getting some work in with Colsey tonight.
Is it nice to have a veteran guy to play next to, at least for tonight? Yeah,
I mean, I've had that kind of the last couple of years, so it reminds me a lot of Mark Stahl that I had in New York. They're similar type players, real good defenders, and kind of that's what I need there. So I think we're going to be a good pair, but it'd be nice to get off to a good start tonight. I'm not going to do anything too crazy, just want to get back in the swing of things, but I think it's going to be an offensive style game that I'm going to play, but I want to play smart. Defensively is the most important thing for me to work on, so might as well start tonight.
Have you noticed a different mindset here compared to your previous stops?
The work ethic here, day in, day out, has been impressive from the top guys in the team. You watch what they do. It's kind of like everybody's doing the same thing. Doesn't matter where you're at on the depth chart and stuff. So I've liked that a lot. You guys are pushing each other in practice, and it's upbeat, fast-paced, so that's been good.
Does that include the coach?
Yeah, the coach is very passionate, hyper guy. So
you didn't work out with him yet or anything?
No, I don't know if I can keep up with the workouts. I'm a pretty small guy here. So
what's impressed you the most about Rod's style, the way he goes about coaching?
Yeah, I think, like I was saying there, just the way guys responded, right? So I'll see how he coaches tonight on the bench. It'll be my first time with him, but just the way everybody's bought into working, and you look at even the conditioning skates, how hard guys go. I've been on a couple different teams. It's not always 100% like that. So to watch guys like Aho and Shestakov and Vinny and stuff push the pace they get in all the drills, it just shows what kind of leadership Rod brings.
You had a playoff series against this team, obviously. Anything that you perceived different now that you're here about the organization or any players?
You're always skating, and it's a little bit different of a feel for me, which is actually good for me. But just getting used to it, and like I said, in the game tonight, it'd be nice to try to start getting game repetitions of being all over guys and more of a different type of coverage.
How are you adjusting to the area? It's just a slower pace.
Slower pace for sure, but I'm actually in a pretty busier area of town. I would say. I don't know exactly what I'm talking about, probably, but it looks like there's some good stuff going on over there. So I like so far.
All right, so there is Hurricanes defenseman Tony DeAngelo, who is going to play on the top pair tonight alongside Ian Cole. Very excited to see him in a Hurricanes uniform tonight. And we've got plenty of other new guys who are going to be in the lineup tonight as well. Jameson Reese is going to play in his first NHL game tonight against Tampa. Reese was very good in the Prospects Showcase, had 3 assists during that. Jack Drury is going to make his preseason debut as well. Played his first pro season last year in the Swedish Hockey League. 10 goals and 20 assists in 41 games for him. And then we mentioned Jesperi Kotkaniemi, who is going to make his first appearance for the Hurricanes tonight as well on the 1-year contract. The Hurricanes acquired him on the offer sheet. First successful NHL offer sheet since 2007. Frederick Anderson getting the start in net for Carolina as well. It'll be Maxime Legacy in net for the Tampa Bay Lightning tonight. So, at the very least, they don't have to go up against the Tampa stalwart goaltender again for the first time this season. All right, should be a good one. Should be a fun one. Excited to be here at PNC Arena for the first game of the regular season. Canes and the Lightning coming up in just a little bit. And we'll head out to PNC Arena and hear from the boys. We'll be calling the action. Trip Tracy and Mike Maniscalco. Thanks for listening to the Stormwatch, presented by John Heister, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and Lillington on The Fan.
The Carolina Hurricanes play on WCMC HD1 Holly Springs, Raleigh-Durham. 99.9 The Fan.
Carolina Hurricanes hockey is presented by PNC Bank and brought to you by Advanced Auto Parts, Harris Teeter, Pepsi, Raleigh Screen Print, by Spectrum, Spectrum Paint, UNC Rex Healthcare, Vector Security, and by Woodbridge Wine. You're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Alec Campbell with you here inside PNC Arena. Welcome to the 2021-2022 Carolina Hurricanes hockey season. Sorta. It's preseason. Game 1. Canes dropping the puck against an old nemesis, the Tampa Bay Lightning. Sorta. They will be wearing Lightning sweaters. Very few of them will be wearing a Lightning sweater when opening day hits. That's just the nature of the preseason. That said, it does make me feel some type of way that the first game of the preseason is against the team the Hurricanes played in the playoffs. The last team the Hurricanes played in the playoffs last year. The Lightning, of course, winning the Stanley Cup for the second consecutive time. And I'm sure they will be a juggernaut again. Nevertheless, first game of the preseason, we'll see what we can draw from it. Before we do anything else, we'll send it upstairs to the guys calling the action, Mike Maniscalco and Trip Tracy.
Oh, thank you very much, Alec and Trip. It is game number 1 of the preseason, so not a lot to take out of it. Yes, you want to win the game. Yes, you want to make sure everything's good, but I'm interested to find out, what does Trip Tracy want to see in game number 1 for the Carolina Hurricanes this preseason?
Well, Mike, first of all, it's great to be back with you. It feels like we were just in these chairs watching Game 5 against Tampa, which, even though it was a bitter pill for Hurricanes fans, it was a heck of a series in losing to the eventual Stanley Cup champions. And what am I looking at tonight? I'm going to look at some prospects in Jack Drury, a Joey Keane, but a lot of new faces on this team that I'm very excited about, in no particular order. And yes, Barry Cook in the Emmy, Derek Stepan, Frederick Anderson in the nets, the pairing of Tony DeAngelo and Ian Cole, and Hurricanes are going to play just 4 preseason games. So these are established NHL players, but it's important to get acclimated to a new team, get comfortable systematically, and I'm just terribly excited to be back in the building with you.
And same here, Trip. And yes, I want to see how these players are acclimated to their new team, to their new teammates, and how quick it gets everything up to speed. Alec Campbell is always up to speed. Let's send it back down to our pregame intermission and everything. Alec Campbell.
Thank you very much, boys. It's great to see everybody's smiling faces back in the building once again as well. The first of 4 preseason games here for the Hurricanes. They will play Tampa again on the road on Friday night before 2 games against the Nashville Predators, and then we're off and running on the regular season. Lots of new faces. We're going to see 10 faces in tonight's lineup who were acquired during the offseason. We'll get you the starting lineups and tell you who those faces are when we return after this from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
In the time before AT&T Fiber Internet.
Me video call is all stuttery. Does me face look okay on your end?
A monster! Bring the monster!
In the time after AT&T Fiber Internet.
I love having 25 times faster upload speeds than cable.
Yeah.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T Fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber based on Internet 1000 wired upload connection speed for major cable providers. 1 gig service with uploads of 35 megabits per second. Speeds vary, not guaranteed. Restrictions apply.
Don't let just any home improvement contractor into your home. Get a trusted referral from Find It Duke, where pros in our network are insured, background checked, and inspected to deliver top quality work that meets our high standards. To find a better contractor, turn to Find It Duke. From heating and cooling pros to plumbers, electricians, and more. Get a free contractor referral at finditduke.com.
Hey, Michael Moon here with Edwards Incorporated. We're still here and ready to exceed your expectations with the very best in industrial construction, fabrication, pipe fabrication, field services, and crane rental. As always, we will take every precaution to ensure the safety of our team, our clients, and our community. Now more than ever, I could not be more proud of the Edwards team and our can-do attitude, delivering the critical support that you need and have come to expect from Edwards Incorporated. We're here for you at edwardsinc.com.
Alan Campbell back with you here inside our network studios, and it's time for tonight's starting lineup, brought to you by Sheets. Vincent Trocheck centers the top lineup. The top line with Jesperi Cook, Kaniemi, and Teuvo Teravainen. Derek Steppen centering Steven Lorentz and Josh Levo on the second line. Jack Drury will center Jameson Reese and Stefan Nason. Ryan Suzuki centers line number 4 with Sam Miletic and Dominic Bach. On defense tonight for the Hurricanes, Ian Cole and Tony DeAngelo on the top pair. Maxime Lajoie and Joey Keane. Eric Jelena and Jesper Selgren round out your defense pairs. Frederick Anderson gets the start in net for Carolina. 13-8-3 last year. 2.96 goals against average. 8.95 save percentage. 0 shutouts. Injuries and scratches brought to you by UNC Rex Healthcare, the official healthcare provider of the Carolina Hurricanes. And tonight, we are without any extras. We'll be back with the drop of the puck in period number 1 with Trip Tracy and Mike Maniscalco after this from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
It's Bo time. The new Bose chicken sandwich isn't just any chicken sandwich. We took our time perfecting this bold season hand-breaded certified Southern powerhouse. Pile that big league buttered milk crunch with crispy pickles and creamy mayo for a chicken sandwich so good, Nana will forget her table manners. Try the new Bose chicken sandwich for $3.99. It's Bo time.
Bose new chicken sandwich is so good. Boldly seasoned, hand-breaded, topped off with crispy pickles and creamy mayo. It's everything you've been craving in a chicken sandwich. And all of that flavor is just $3.99. That's right, $3.99. What are you waiting for? Dine in, drive through, take out, or get it delivered. Bose new chicken sandwich. A certified Southern powerhouse. It's Bo time.
Hello, I'm John Heaster for John Heaster Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Lillington. Customers ask us all the time, how can we sell that many vehicles in a small town like Lillington? The answer's simple. We do what we say we're going to do. So if you're in the market for a Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, get off your keister and come to Heaster. And by the way, you won't have to hear blah, 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 all included.
It's the Labor Day sales event all month with 0% for 72 months on Ram 1500, Jeep Cherokee, Dodge Charger, Dodge Challenger, and Dodge Durango. Plus, come test drive the first third-row seat Jeep, the all-new Jeep Grand Cherokee L. Hurry to John Heaster Chrysler Dodge Jeep in Lillington.
To the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to game number 1 of the preseason of Carolina Hurricanes hockey alongside Trip Tracy. I'm Mike Maniscalco. We are moments away from getting the preseason underway and getting the start tonight for the Carolina Hurricanes. In goal will be Frederick Anderson, picked up from the Toronto Maple Leafs this offseason as a free agent. He'll be going up against Maxime Legacy of the Tampa Bay Lightning. He also a free agent acquisition for the Lightning. Don't know if he'll be making their opening night roster with Andrei Vasilevsky and Brian Elliott, but we have hockey, and here we go. Period number 1 of the preseason underway for the Canes as Derek Stepan wins the draw for the Canes, and Carolina will shift the puck into the Tampa Bay end. Now Tampa looking to clear as Joseph sends it to center ice. Working their way into the Canes line. Puck bounces into the corner behind the net where Anderson holds the post. Now out to the point where Schuster sends it back below the Canes goal line. Giving chase, sharp angle shot. Anderson gets a pad to it, throws it in the corner where it's picked up and collected by Tampa Bay, but they'll dump it out of the zone and all the way back into the Tampa Bay end. It'll be handled there by Legacy. And he'll set the puck up and let Schuster look for an out. Schuster tries to go up the far boards, misses everybody. This is going to make it the length of the ice. And Joey Keane will pick it up, and it's icing against the leg. Oh, not exactly the sharpest start to this contest with just 49 seconds gone by, Trip.
Well, it's just a buzz to be back in the building. And as I mentioned in our scene set, it's really excited to see a lot of these new faces. I beckon back to when Carolina won the Cup. I think they had 10 new faces, and the Hurricanes have about the same. with regard to the transition in the roster since the last time we were here.
10 new faces in the lineup tonight. Kotkaniemi takes the draw as Trocheck was thrown out. Canes throw the puck out in front. Deflected now. A sharp-angled shot, and that's put right on, and Legacy will hang on as Lajoie puts one from the point, and good read there from the Canes defenseman. We saw Preston action in the playoffs last year.
Well, you have a couple of NHL lines and one that is on the ice. Vincent Trocheck, who had a heck of a year last year. Teuvo Teravainen and Kotkaniemi. I've always been very bullish on his potential and looking forward to seeing him as a Hurricane.
Trocheck wins the draw, but it bounces off of a leg and out of the Lightning zone. Tampa will pick it up in the neutral zone. Across the blue line. Cross-ice pass is intercepted as Barre Boulet's pass finds no one. And now it's Lajoie centering out in front and can't connect. The Legacy might have gotten a stick to that as the Canes had Trocheck crashing on the back door. Good read by Lajoie. Now Tampa sends the puck deep into the Canes' end. It'll be picked up by Trocheck. He finds Sam Miletic. Miletic through the neutral zone. He'll send it deep into the Tampa end.
Lajoie, the defenseman, jumping in on the rush. He had good offensive numbers in the American League and nearly led to a goal, finding Trocheck on the far post. Heck of a look.
The Canes will send the puck deep into the Tampa zone, but have to tag up as they were offside, so that gives the Lightning opportunity to move the puck. It's Frederick Anderson, former Carolina Hurricanes defenseman, never played for the Canes. He played in Charlotte for the AHL affiliate, had a good year there, but the Canes now with the puck back into the Tampa zone, and trying to center was Miletic, knocked into the corner. Good play there by Clayson. Now to the point, shot deflects, that goes wide as it was put on the net by Eric Jelena. Jelena looking to get back into the NHL after spending a few years overseas. He now has the puck, he'll wrist one, that goes wide of Legacy, and it'll be picked up by Boris Kachuk. He's sent behind the Tampa net, and they're waiting to play.
God bless you, Mike.
Thank you very much.
Kachuk is one of the players up front with the departure of that tremendous third line center by Yanni Gord. They're fighting for spots on the back-to-back Stanley Cup championship roster.
By the way, that is Kachuk, not Kachuk. No relations to Brady and anyone else. Now Tampa with a turnover in the Canes' end. Hanging onto the puck is Daniel Walcott. Walcott sends it into the corner, now pushed out into the front of the slot. Still loose. Canes will get a stick to it, can't clear. Kept in at the blue line and swatted down deep. Kept in on the play there by Schuster. Now the Canes will send the puck into the Tampa zone, but that'll make it for Lightning. 16:54 left to go here in the first period.
Special moment for me as I look down and I see Jack Drury wearing 72, won a Swedish Hockey League championship. He's going to take a defensive zone draw. Way back when, his father, Ted, who was a Hartford Whaler, was my captain in college. And Jack Drury, he has a chance to really make things interesting if he can play to his standards. He really is a complete centerman, so it's going to be fun to watch him here tonight.
Had a great season in Sweden, too. 10 goals, 20 assists, and as you said, helped lead his team to a championship. As the draw is won by the Canes, they'll send it the length of the ice and icing again. So a proud moment for you, Uncle Trip Tracy.
I have a picture of me holding Jack in my arms when he was about 2 weeks old. His dad, Ted, was playing for the New York Islanders at the time, and his grandfather on his mom's side, well, he would have been my agent. He owned a big TV station in Boston. He's listening right now from Osterville, Massachusetts, the great Mr. Dan Berkery.
Greetings to everyone in Massachusetts listening in as the draw is won by Tampa, but good work pressing the point and clearing the puck into the Tampa Bay zone as the Carolina Hurricanes. Excellent work by Stefan Mason. Free agent signing. Find his way here onto the Canes roster. That's the one thing, Trip, about this preseason. There's not a lot of room at the inn for the guys trying to find their way on the NHL club for the start of this season. The Canes, I don't want to say it's completely set, but it appears to be this way. But some young players and some older players, you're fighting for that opportunity to be maybe a first call-up here or find your way on the roster. The Canes doing that, keeping the puck in, is Stepan. A one-time Ranger, Coyote, and Ottawa Senator. Keeps it in the zone. Out of work is Lajoie. Dusts it off to Lorentz. Lorentz sends it back where it'll be handled there by Josh Lavo. Signed this offseason as a free agent from Toronto. Now Tampa on the puck. And the Canes' own sharp shot on, and Anderson gets a shoulder to it, and they'll knock that one over the glass. And it'll stop play. 15:43 to go here in the first period. No score between the Hurricanes and Lightning.
Very calm save. It looked like with the handle of his stick on the short side from Frederick Anderson. Hurricanes fans, as they watch the original Hurricane draft pick and Anaheim Duck, and most recently a Toronto Maple Leaf for many years. Very calm demeanor in the way he plays the position.
And now we're going to get a penalty. An interference call coming up here, and that's going to go against the Carolina Hurricanes as John McIsaac on the call.
Carolina penalty number 56, 2 minutes for interference.
Holding up on a defensive zone draw. Jesper Sellgren, who impressed me 3 years ago, Swedish-born defenseman, was trying to hold up to buy time and space for a teammate, and it was Houdan, former Montreal Canadian, that drew the penalty.
You know, you never want to take a penalty, but preseason is about getting looks at your penalty killers, see how your goaltender will handle such things.
Well, I'm looking down at the blue line at a Hurricane I was very fond of, who's running the penalty kill now. Best wishes to Dean Chenault in Toronto. Tim Gleason.
Now, Tim Gleason, of course, making his coaching debut, is in charge of the defense in the penalty kill. Face-offs won by Tampa, shots deflected into the corner, still loose. Trying to be tracked down behind the play is Ian Cole. One of those 10 new fresh faces for the Carolina Hurricanes. Although Ian Cole's been in the league for a long time, we get a whistle and a hand pass against Tampa that'll stop play and bring the face-off outside of the Hurricane zone.
And Mike, you're right. Because Ian Cole, Stanley Cup champion with the Pittsburgh Penguins, he just eats pucks. He will kill penalties in the regular season. And for Tim Gleason, he has to have nerves. I'm looking down at that bench. He's moving, swing back and forth like Rod Brindamore. And this is an important preseason for Tim to get used to being behind the bench. We know about his character. We know about his work ethic. So you're right that killing penalties, you don't want to have a parade to the box, but it's a good thing.
He is the definition of he never let anyone see him sweat. As now Tampa Bay comes in charging, and Anderson moves across crease and makes a brilliant save there, robbing Reforce. And now the Canes will get to the puck and send it the length of the ice. A minute 15 left in the Sellgren penalty.
A really quick, powerful, explosive push from left to right from Frederick Anderson. And Reforce is a very fine player out of the Swedish Hockey League that Victor Hedman, we know who he is, was chiefly responsible for convincing him to come over and take a crack at the National Hockey League.
Kind of amazing how that game has changed, where players are recruiting players from the European leagues and other places, having that influence, knowing that these guys can come over if there's an opportunity. And think about it, with this Tampa Bay Lightning roster, the two-time defending Stanley Cup champions, there's a lot of room on their roster this year, as the Canes do another excellent job of getting to a loose puck and sending it the length of the ice.
That was a good read from a forward in Jameson Reese, who is really, I think, taking steps to being a more complete player. He was way down at the goal line and figured out exactly where to clear that puck, did so nicely.
Tampa Bay charging into the Cane zone with 20 seconds remaining, and the penalty to Sellgren. Puck kept in at the point by Ruda. Ruda sends it to Ross Colton, hero of the Stanley Cup Final, scoring the cup-clinching goal in the 1-0 Game 5 against Montreal. Now the puck finds its way back to Colton, tipped over his sticks, 5 seconds left in the Tampa Bay power play. Now a sharp shot that misses everyone, put across by Kachuk. That'll cross the Canes' blue line, and Sellgren comes out of the box, and the Canes are 1 for 1, killing off penalties here in the preseason. 13:30 left here in the first period. As Tampa Bay with a giveaway in the neutral zone. It's picked up by Teravainen. He's got some room on the backhand, centers it. And just eluding the stick there of Trocheck, as Trocheck found a seam. Now Tampa popping the puck out to center ice. Will it be picked up there by Declan McDonald? McDonald loses the puck, and the Canes come back in. Headhunter shot goes over the top of the Tampa Bay net. His legacy had to be ready for that. And the bounding puck comes all the way to neutral ice, where Tampa's Daniel Walcott sends it into the Hurricane zone, into the corner. Fighting for it with Lajoie. The puck will take a hop to Frederick Anderson. He'll glove that and hang on, and we'll take a break. 12 minutes, 55 seconds to go here in the first period of preseason game number 1. Hurricanes and Lightning scoreless on the Hurricanes Radio Network.
At PNC, we understand the needs and aspirations of every customer are unique. That's why we offer products and services that can help you gain the confidence you need to make important financial decisions, no matter what stage of life you may be in. Whether you're interested in a checking product or planning for retirement, PNC is committed to creating innovative tools that help you make the most of your money and your financial future. Chapter. Visit pnc.com/insights to learn more. PNC Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. PNC Bank, National Association member FDIC. Hey, Caniacs, this is Mike Maniscalco. This season, Vector Security is giving away a free home security system for life to one new customer every Friday. So if you're going to the game, watch for the Vector Security logo on the video boards throughout the arena and enter to win. Or you can enter anytime by visiting Vector Security on Facebook. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, Vector Security wants to help you defend your house for life.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save for details.
Back inside PNC Arena with Trip Tracy. I'm Mike Maniscalco. John Brockwell, our technical engineer. I believe John in his 400th season of Carolina Hurricanes hockey with us. Trip Tracy entering his 23rd season as analyst for the Carolina Hurricanes. And you look like you can still play, Tripper.
Well, it's not saying much because I didn't play very well. But, I mean, I'd like to think I have good genes and I don't age. And then I look at pictures from my first couple of years. Good start here in the first 7 minutes and change. And it's good to see the penalty killing get a look. Tara Vinen, who's on the ice again with Trocheck and Kokaniemi. And I think Tavo, you can already tell, he's excited just not to be practicing. He's had a couple of beautiful playmaking looks in his shift so far.
And that is the line on the ice right now for Rod Brindamore as Trocheck, Kokaniemi, and Tara Vinen controlling the puck. Swept in by Tara Vinen. He's going to be ruled offside, stopping play. So, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Trip. We all know how he got here, the offer sheet. It was the big to-do of the offseason. But how much for a player like that, a young player like that, can maybe a change of scenery, getting out of a place that is a hotbed like Montreal, do for him and his confidence?
Well, a couple of things. Number one, he's going to play wing here in Carolina, not center, so less responsibility. He's insulated with some great fins in Aho. He's playing on a line with Tara Vinen, Antti Ranta. Less pressure, but I watched him a couple of years ago in a morning skate when Montreal was in town. I just said, this guy he perspires potential. So I think it's a risk worth taking.
Now a bouncing puck. There's Tara Vinen, one of those fins right on cue, throwing one wide that Legacy watched soar through the crease. Just an inch away now, kept in at the point. Cole fires one right on. Legacy with a pad save. Puck loose, bounces out to the face-off circle, and that'll be controlled there by Taylor Radish. And Radish will just dump it in the Canes' end. Carolina, though, quickly gets the puck back up to Trocheck. Into the Tampa end. Spinorama taken down. Hands it off right there for Tara Vinen. Puts it right on, and there's a penalty coming up to Tampa. Excellent work there by the Trocheck, Tara Vinen, and Kokaniemi line to get the Canes' first power play opportunity.
Some quality compete.
Tampa Bay penalty number 15, Jameson Reese.
The announcement in the building. Lifeforce, who had a good early chance and resulted in Frederick Anderson's best save of the first half of the first period. But with only 4 preseason games, you need to have the proper urgency. And thus far, the Trocheck line has had that. They've had a good start.
All right, now Jameson Reese out with Derek Stepan to take the face-off. Stepan waved out of the face-off circle. Lavo takes it, and the Canes will win it back. Joey Keane leaves it for Lavo, back to Keane. Cross handled, shot right on as it was hammered by Suzuki. Ryan Suzuki, the former first-round pick of the Canes, with a golden opportunity, but Tampa gets to the loose puck and clears the puck.
You have to be patient. With players like Suzuki, and you can see his maturation. Good little release there and forced Legacy to make a quality save.
Now the Canes throwing the puck into the Tampa zone as it scored it out. It was deposited back in by Joey Keane. And Tampa will send it immediately right back out. Giving chase for the Canes is Lavo. Lavo is being harassed. Took up the puck and lugged the mail away. He's tripped up in the neutral zone. No call there is Remy Ellie. Got his stick into the skates there of Joey Keane, but we say play on. Now Kokaniemi leaves it for Tara Vinen. Cross-ice pass. Settled down by the Canes. Back out to Tara Vinen at the point. Tara Vinen Leaves it. Up top, D'Angelo. Now quarterbacking the power play. Across to Teravainen. This one down low to the slot. They score! Welcome to Carolina. Yes, Barry, Kotkaniemi. They tic-tac-toe. And the Canes jump out to a 1-0 lead on the power play.
Well, those three guys at even strength, and it just carried over into a power play goal. Trocheck, Teravainen, and Kotkaniemi have been very, very sharp. Kotkaniemi was a big part of the entry, which is the most difficult part of any power play. And beautiful puck movement. Teravainen down to the goal line to Trocheck. And a set play. I know, yes, Barry Kotkaniemi just got here, but he drives the far post in one motion, swooping pass from Vincent Trocheck on the goal line, and no hesitation in the release. And that has to be, I know, it's just the preseason, but has to be a building block moment for Kotkaniemi.
I mean, that's the Hollywood script, right, for Kotkaniemi to get a power play goal here in his first preseason game. As you just mentioned, take some of the pressure off. 9 minutes and 7 seconds into the first period on the power play. The Canes now up 1-0 here on Tampa. They're looking for more as the puck squirts free out into the slot. Canes putting more pressure. Jameson Reese gets the turnover. He is bothered as the puck's deflected into the corner, and Tampa Bay looking to clear. Darren Radish can't. Now Reese muscles off Radish. Taylor Radish, the brother of Darren Radish. The brothers Radish is out on the ice for Tampa. Shot deflected as Jelena puts one in from the point. Gets a second chance on the reload, and Legacy makes the save. All Carolina right now, they are buzzing as we are halfway through the first period here in preseason game number 1. And now Jelena will pick up the puck in his own end after Tampa gain center ice. Dumping the puck forward, trying to gain the Tampa zone. Can't. Walcott picks up the loose change, and Tampa sends this the length of the ice. It's deflected, so no icing. Keane will have to play it. He's going to be bodied up there. There's the Cameron McDonald line out on the ice for John Cooper's team. McDonald has it at the Canes blue line, throws it into the right corner, where it'll be picked up and handled by Maxime Lajoie. Lajoie sending the puck out to the Canes line, can't be cleared. Tampa keeping it in. A loose puck will be deposited back out to center ice by the Canes and bounded around where it'll be picked up by Declan McConnell. McDonald throws one right on, and Anderson closes the wickets and kicks it into the corner. Now Lajoie picks up the puck, looks for an outlet. Has a little bit of help there from Militic, and the Canes now clearing into the Tampa zone. Stepan throws it into the corner. Hit thrown in the boards by Levo. Shot from the point deflects through, and Legacy gets the glove to it to keep it out. And kept in at the point. Cole pops one, looking for a deflection from Stepan. Now Lawrence leaves it in the corner, but Matthew Joseph is there to pick it up for Tampa, and then a big hit by Levo into the corner on Roman Schmidt. Canes attacking here, trying to work the cycle. Lawrence bodies his man in the corner, but the puck will pop free. Now a turnover into the slot. Canes keeping it in. Stepan throws one right into the glove, and that'll be caught and hung on to by Legacy. 8:21 to go here in the first period. Hurricanes with a power play goal from Jesperi Kotkaniemi on the board first. It's 1-0 Carolina, and you're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Hey, Hurricanes fans, no matter how you celebrate game day, it's all about the food. And Harris Teeter has everything you need. Delicious subs and wraps, fresh hot store-made pizza, all sizes of party platters or ready-to-serve wing trays, just to name a few. Plus, with Harris Teeter fuel points, you can earn free fuel with every purchase you make, up to $1 off per gallon. Stop at your Harris Teeter for great savings on all your game day needs, or download the HT app to order ahead. Harris Teeter, where Hurricanes fans shop for groceries.
Canes fans, it's hockey season, and no matter how you catch the action, you'll be going top shelf when you enjoy the game with Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi. When you open up a bottle of Woodbridge wine, it's sure to be a game winner. Woodbridge has the smooth, fruit-forward flavors that have been a game day tradition for over 40 years. Find Woodbridge near you online at orderwoodbridge.com and add this fan favorite to your lineup today. Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi, a proud partner of the Carolina Hurricanes. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. Woodbridge Winery, Acampo, California.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advanced Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
8:21 to go here in the first period, and we just got a sight of some future Carolina Hurricanes here. I know we're on radio, but Brooks Brindamore and company, his team, sitting in Section 118 trip, Tracy, and they are into this one as the Canes up 1-0 on Jesperi Kotkaniemi's first as a Hurricane.
Yeah, Brooks' his whole team is here. They had a tournament up in the Washington, D.C. area this past weekend, and I'm just thinking about having seen him get his groove on with Stormy back for another season, and I don't remember if I've ever seen RB. I ever been out on the dance floor with him through the years. Looks like Brooks has slightly better rhythm.
It's preseason game number 1. Let's not get us into that kind of trouble this early trip as the Canes send the puck into the Tampa zone. I've got to think you were on the dance floor with him. You were at
I've been on the
Rod's
dance.
wedding. I'm just saying.
I have been on the dance floor with him a few times, including his wedding reception. He can move to some extent.
Now the Canes looking to apply the pressure as it's sent to the point. Shot slapped right on, and Legacy will glove that. As the Canes are just moving the puck at ease in the Tampa zone, setting up scoring opportunities.
That was a nice job, the pairing of Jesper Sellgren and Eric Jelena, of switching sides to create a one-timer. Jelena, originally a New Jersey Devil draft pick, trying to make his way back to the NHL. Very deep Carolina defensive core. But what you noticed about him way back when he broke in the league as a Devil is he has a very heavy shot and created the one-timer there.
And he's had 189 games of NHL regular season experience as Eric Jelena. He spent the last 3 years with Rögle in Sweden. And again, one of these players who's looking to find a home here in Carolina as the Canes jump into the zone, and his shot put and deflected over the net is Miletic. He's trying to pick the corner. Good stick work there by the Lightning to agitate the shot. Miletic will throw it back into the corner. It'll be picked up by Schmidt. Tries to backhand it out, kept in by Miletic. Throws it behind Legacy. Turnover. A backhand chance is thrown out front by Suzuki. Now a little pot shot at the side of the net by Bach. And that just misses the target. Puck's kept in the zone by Lajoie. Canes are going to go make a change as that line generated a few chances there for Rod Brindamore's team. 7 minutes left to go here in the first period. Carolina up 1-0 over Tampa Bay as Tampa tries a long stretch pass, misses everybody. That's icing, by the way. The last time the Canes did have a full preseason, they played the Tampa Bay Lightning twice. They went 2-0 against the Lightning in that preseason and 2019 trip, but those were also the only 2 preseason wins they had that year. Take that for what it's worth.
Well, from my impression so far, I mean, I remember Rod Brindamore, how much he despised preseason games, but he has clearly delivered a message here so far tonight across his roster that you have to get something out of them, and you have to play them 100%, because when you don't, you actually increase the chances of coming away with an injury. This has been a strong start on home ice.
Now the Canes, Ian Cole knocks the puck down at his own blue line, sends it into the Tampa zone. Cole gives chase, takes a bump, but he gets the puck in deep along the boards. And trying to pick up it is Stefan Nason. Nason gets some help from Jameson Reese as the puck will bound out. Drury trying to get a stick to it. Instead it'll find Reese. Reese with an opening. He puts one right on, and Legacy will catch that and hang on. And Jameson Reese, he's only listed as 5'11", 176 trip, but he's one of those kind of fire hydrant guys. He's put together, and he's not afraid to be an agitator either. As Reese can also score, but he's a guy, last year with Chicago, had 8 goals, 6 assists in 29 games with the Wolves, the AHL affiliate of the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Ontario Hockey League product like Ryan Suzuki, and I mentioned earlier, you have to be patient. In particular, for them to learn the value, the urgency, and the importance of play without the puck. He has an excellent skill set, and will play with a bit of an edge.
Now Lorentz wins the draw. Gets it back to Sellgren. Sellgren's shot is deflected, and now the 2-on-1 developing for Toronto. Shot right on for Tampa, and Anderson will make the save. As I was about to say, the former Toronto goaltender gloves that. and he'll hang on. He's not been tested much the last 7 minutes, but a big chance there, and Anderson holds the post and comes up with a calm save.
Well, Selgren got caught that created the 2-on-1. It was just his partner yelling it back, but Selgren's straight line speed, he actually was able to rotate, get on the defensive side of the puck, and really minimize the chance. So Selgren's skating ability and A to B movement, I think, really limited that chance.
Now Stepan takes the draw. Stepan wins it. Canes looking to clear. Lorentz at his own blue line. He is bothered there by Andre Schuster, but Carolina is able to send the puck into the Tampa zone. Tampa, though, quickly on it, deposits it right back to the Canes blue line. It'll be handled there by Eric Jelena. Jelena goes back and forth with Selgren, loses the puck, shot put right on the turnover as Remy Ellie was driving the middle lane. Anderson uses the blocker to send that into the corner. Now the Canes will get to it and flip the puck high into the neutral zone. Bouncing puck handled by Sergachev. It's hard to believe that Mikhail Sergachev is only 23 years old. It feels like he's been in this league forever.
He played sensational hockey in the playoffs last year. Sensational hockey. Good to see the guy that he got traded for, Jonathan Drouin, back playing for Montreal last night after his leave dealing with anxiety, among other things. That was a super sight. He played a heck of a game.
Yeah, absolutely. And now a shot put on by Tampa that might have rung the post. As looking for the goal there is Boris Kachuk. The Canes will get to the loose puck after that opportunity and send out here trip on the situation with Jonathan Drouin with what he was going through, and good to see him come back. And when you're battling anxiety, and you certainly know you play a sport, you don't want to tell people that you're going through those things because of what you have, but good for him to battle through it, and hopefully he gets that career on track because, as you know, the talent is off the charts.
His talent is outstanding. Sergachev, Steve Yzerman, the general manager at the time, was the architect of that acquisition. Sergachev has been just a super Tampa Bay Lightning defenseman.
Absolutely, he has. Now it's Militic, who's had a good showing here in the first period, throwing one on that legacy. Gets the body to. Now the puck in the corner. Militic goes after it. Gets a little help there as it's batted by Suzuki to the blue line, and Tampa Bay is able to push it out. It's waved at by the Canes, and it'll be controlled by Ian Cole. Cole up to Militic, goes cross ice. That'll be handled by Joey Keane. Keane needs to get off the ice. He does. Sends the puck into the Tampa zone, and the Canes make some changes. And their line evened out. Now Roman Schmidt has it. Tries to connect at center ice with Cameron McDonald, but that misses everybody, and that'll be icing. On the Lightning with 3:45 to go here in the first period. A 1-0 Hurricanes lead.
Another calm save from Frederick Anderson. Talked to Curtis McElhaney, who it looks like he's going to retire. Just won back-to-back Stanley Cup championships, backing up Andrei Vasilevsky. He was his partner in Toronto. He says Frederick Anderson has ice in his veins. Curtis McElhaney is a big advocate of his former partner, Frederick Anderson.
Jack Drury taking the draw to the right of Legacy, and it's won by Tampa. Ruda steers it out to center ice. Now it's deposited into the Canes zone. Is Rifles trying to drive play, but he'll lose control of the puck, and the Canes will come away with it. Reese to center ice. He'll backhand one past Ruda behind the net. Legacy thought about playing it. Instead, he let Schmidt get to it. Now a loose puck. Bounces in front. Spinning chance, and Mason tries to pick the short side, and a penalty coming up. We're going to have a slashing call. Carolina Hurricanes will be going back on the power play when we come back. 3:17 left to go in the first period. A 1-0 Carolina Hurricanes lead. You're listening to Carolina Hurricanes Hockey.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Is that the sound of an ooey gooey, cheesy, crunchy slice of P-I-Z-Z-A? Obviously. But as good as that sounds, we think it can get even better. Oh yeah, that's the sound of a freshly opened fizz-filled Pepsi. The only thing that can take this flavor medley of crunchy dough, mouth-watering cheese, and savory sauce to the next level. How about another bite? Pepsi and pizza sound like a match made in heaven and taste even better. Pizza, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
Spectrum Paint. We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality, with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service, with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help you with all your painting projects. Spectrum Paint, official paint store of the Carolina Hurricanes. Visit SpectrumPaint.com for all 5 Triangle locations.
3:17 to go here in the first period. Canes going back on the power play for the second time tonight. Jan Ruda in the box for slashing, and Canes got a power play goal first time out trip, Tracy.
They sure did, and Stepan, who took the first power play face-off the last time around before another righty, Trocheck, set up the power play goal. You were so well covered now at both dots. When you have the colossal centerman and captain Jordan Stahl, another lefty in Aho, and then your 2 righties in Vincent Trocheck and Derek Stepan. That's a big deal. Big time plus.
Now the draw is won by the Canes, sent back to the blue line, kept in by Kokaniemi. He'll work it across, where it'll be settled down by D'Angelo. Back to Kokaniemi, top of the face-off circle. He'll wrist one right on. Legacy will make the save. Kokaniemi will get to the rebound and leave it back for D'Angelo. Walks the line, gets it to Deravine, and he scores! A quick snapper on the setup by D'Angelo, and the Canes power play strikes again. 2-0 Hurricanes.
Well, through osmosis, I know Rod Brindamore is saying to himself on the bench, you win the power play face-off, your chances of scoring are amplified because you don't have to worry about retracting 200 feet, everything that goes into an entry. So you win the draw, Trocheck does. And D'Angelo, who's looked very mobile, he hasn't been standing still the entire period, gets to the middle of the ice, gets it to Teravainen, and Teravainen doesn't waste a shot. That's a good sign for Teuvo because we've seen him waste a shot historically. Teuvo Teravainen has been dialed in. The player that missed the majority of last year, really it was a lost season because of concussion issues, has had a very encouraging almost opening 20.
Now Tampa looking for an equalizer, sending the puck deep into the Hurricanes' end, but it'll be picked up by Keane. Keane, though, loses it behind the net to Joseph, tries to center it, and that will bounce off of a teammate, and now back the other way. It's Stepan working his way beneath the Tampa goal line, back out top where Lajoie works it for Keane. Keane looking for an angle. His shot punched up in the air. Lajoie gets a stick to it to keep it in. Lorentz bats it back out to the blue line for the Canes. Lajoie gets to it. Lorentz looks for a tip, and Legacy makes the save, and another penalty coming up to Tampa. Now Lajoie's shot, that's deflected right on, and Legacy has to cover up his Stepan with a good deflection. And the Canes, with 2:07 left in the period, will get their third power play opportunity of the night.
Mike, the bump-up shift after you score a goal. It could be the Stepan line. You know, you don't know how it's going to be configured with alternate captain Jordan Martinuk, but here tonight, Stepan, Lorentz, and Levo, they continue the momentum with that bump-up shift. Whether you give up a goal or score a goal, and they draw another penalty. Quality shift.
Now the Canes' second power play unit going to get some time. He drops the puck here for the opportunity to do so, and it's one back by Stepan. Rolled into the corner where Stepan will pick it up, take it away from Sergachev, and rolls it across for Suzuki. Suzuki to the blue line, but a little too far for Joey Keane, who has to retreat to his own end. Now Reese with it. Tips it into the Tampa Bay zone. Sergachev gets to it. Can't clear it, though. It's picked up by Levo. Levo now back to the point. Keane works it across for Suzuki. Suzuki with some room. Works to the goal line extended. Now back to Keane. He's going to work that across. Shot slapped. That's going to be blocked by Sergachev. Getting in front of that one here in the preseason. Keane, though, gets to the rebound. Sends it down low. Levo back across. Suzuki to Keane, who's calling for it. Keane now to Reese in the slot. Reese can't get a stick to it. Knocked away by Sergachev, but Suzuki's there to pick up the loose puck and keep it going. 1:05 left on the power play for the Canes. 2 for 2 tonight with a man advantage. Now Suzuki's shot. That's deflected. Goes just to the right of Legacy. Back up to the point where Keane slaps it to Suzuki. Suzuki into the slot. It's in the bumper position. It comes loose, and Tampa will get to the loose puck, and Kachuk will send it all the way down on the Hurricanes' end.
Another bullet point ingredient you need on a power play. We've seen winning a power play faceoff on the second goal, a clean entry on the first goal, puck retrievals, and that unit had him there.
Now Kotkaniemi had some speed, but he was bothered by Joseph, and now a penalty is going to be called as the Carolina Hurricanes will lose the last 36 seconds of their man advantage as Kotkaniemi going to the box.
Number 82, 2 minutes for hooking.
Kotkaniemi gets his first penalty as a Carolina Hurricane.
Yeah, stick came up parallel on the hands right at the Tampa blue line. And it was Joseph that drew the call. It's a hard-working play by Matthew Joseph. More opportunity for him with the departure of guys like Gord, Coleman, Goodrow on that sensational third line that was a centerpiece to the back-to-back cups.
Yeah, that's going to be a hard line to replace because, I mean, as you know, with Tampa, Point and Stamkos and Kucherov, they get all of the headlines, but the heavy lifting was done by that Gord line in the playoffs. I mean, that was the difference pretty much in every series, that line that John Cooper could roll out. But now we've got 4-on-4 hockey for at least 20 more seconds here in the first period. 25 seconds total as the Canes working it across. Shot is deflected out front as Lajoie with a backhand, but now he's got to hustle back. Tampa looking for an opportunity. Flips one on as Freddie Anderson. The Great Dane kicks it into the corner. The Canes will handle that and look to clear.
The leading trailer company, Great Dane, is going to love that mention. Lajoie has good offensive instincts. You see his numbers last year in Chicago. He's had some good looks in this period. Heck of a period, Mike.
Same for you, Tripp, and a heck of a period for the Carolina Hurricanes, who will skate into the intermission with a 2-0 lead over the defending Stanley Cup champion Tampa Bay Lightning. After 20 minutes of play, it's the Hurricanes 2, the Lightning nothing. Alec Campbell will have our intermission coming up here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
In the time before AT&T Fiber Internet.
What? What are you doing in me dungeon?
It's the only place where the bloody Wi-Fi works.
Oh, and you don't mind the spiders?
Spiders? What spiders? Oh no, they're everywhere! Oh!
In the time after AT&T Fiber Internet.
It's nice having fast, reliable Wi-Fi in the whole house. For sure.
The dawn of a better internet era with AT&T Fiber.
Limited availability in select areas. Check eligibility at att.com/getfiber. AT&T Smart Wi-Fi extenders may be required. Sold separately. Restrictions apply.
Green Horizon 1 Hour needs technicians who aren't looking for a job.
Because you're friendly
and humble.
Who loves kids
and their pets.
You know what it means to be a family.
Family always comes first.
Since you can get a job anywhere,
why not join our family at Green Horizon?
Be respected for your talent and hard work.
Make up to $100,000 plus a year.
Health and retirement benefits, paid vacation.
It's a career with the future.
Go to greenhorizon.com and inquire today.
Snooze, you lose. Need a little incentive to get out of bed? Come to McDonald's and get a fluffy folded egg, savory sausage, melty American cheese, all nestled in griddle cakes. It's a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles for just $2. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Get it via drive-thru or curbside pickup with mobile order and pay. Price and participation may vary. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena. It's the first intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. And the Hurricanes have staked themselves a 2-0 lead after 20 minutes of play here in Raleigh. Special teams, the story in the first. Good penalty kill for the Hurricanes after they took one at the 4:20 mark. Jesper Sellgren going to the box. Freddie Anderson coming up with a couple of good saves. And then it was a pair of power play goals that got the Hurricanes on the board at 9:07 first. Jesperi Kotkaniemi finding his first of the preseason for the 1-0 lead. Vincent Trocheck with the primary assist. Teuvo Teravainen with the secondary. Those guys playing on the top line tonight and on that first power play unit. So good to see a couple of guys who will definitely be here on opening day clicking on all cylinders. Then it was Teuvo Teravainen at 17:01 from the right circle. A feed from Tony DeAngelo. And the Hurricanes were 2 for 2 on the power play at that point. I believe they will finish the period 2 for 3. They got another power play shortly after that, but took another penalty, thus negating their own power play. Jesperi Kotkaniemi sent to the box for 2 minutes for hooking. And so the Hurricanes finished the period 2 for 3 on the power play, but they score a couple of goals. And with the Hurricanes putting the biscuit in the basket, stop by any participating Bojangles until 10 a.m. tomorrow morning and say, I'm a Caniac and it's Bo time. To get your free Bowberry biscuit, skate to Hurricanes.com for more information. Lots to come here in the first intermission. We'll chat with Adam Gold, our Canes reporter. We'll bring you a scoreboard and statistics, but we will take a break and we will return with the first period highlights next.
Have you ever caught a t-shirt that fell from the rafters at PNC or shot out of Stormy's air cannon? Hurricanes alum Shane Willis here, and I know that it is always a big part of every Hurricanes home game, and it's all thanks to Raleigh Screen Print, a family-owned and operated business that will beat any online website price for bulk orders. That's right, unbeatable prices and designs on your everyday t-shirt or high-performance sporting apparel. Raleigh Screen Print has exactly what you need. To see all they can provide and get your unbeatable price quote, visit RaleighScreenPrint.com today.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the applewood bacon. It's savory, and then it's also kind of sweet. And I think the combination of bacon with chicken and Colby Jack cheese, it just really knocks it out of the park.
Hey, I'm Tanea. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the chicken. It's so juicy. It's grilled to perfection. I'm going to devour this sandwich.
Order the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advance Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
First intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena. First preseason game of the year for the Hurricanes. They take on the Tampa Bay Lightning here in Raleigh, and they have staked themselves to a 2-0 lead. And it's time for the first period highlights brought to you by Spectrum Paint. Canes killing their first penalty of the preseason. Jesper Sellgren going to the box. And Freddie Anderson, New Carolina goaltender, coming up big with a couple of saves, including this one on Simon Reifers.
He is the definition of he never let anyone see him sweat. It's now Tampa Bay comes in charging, and Anderson moves across crease and makes a brilliant save there, robbing Reforce. And now the Canes will get to the puck and send it the length of the ice. A minute 15 left in the Sellgren penalty.
Canes on the board first at 9:07, their first power play of the game and of the preseason. Vincent Trocheck fed Jesperi Kotkaniemi. He potted his first of the season for the 1-0 lead.
Teravainen leaves it up top. D'Angelo now quarterbacking the power play. Across to Teravainen. This one down low to the slot. They score! Welcome to Carolina. Jesperi Kotkaniemi. They tic-tac-toe. And the Canes jump out to a 1-0 lead on the power play.
That's Teuvo Teravainen with the secondary on the play. Canes power play then staked them a 2-0 lead at 17:01. Tony D'Angelo sliding one over for Teuvo Teravainen at the right circle. Quick wrister beat the goaltender for the 2-0 lead.
He'll work it across, where to be settled down by D'Angelo. Back to Kotkaniemi, top of the face-off circle. He'll wrist one right on. Legacy will make the save. Kotkaniemi will get to the rebound and leave it back for D'Angelo. Watch the line, gets it to Teravainen, he scores! A quick snapper on the setup by D'Angelo, and the Canes power play strikes again. 2-0 Hurricanes.
For in the preseason, Kotkaniemi gets the secondary. That gives him a 2-point night. Teuvo Teravainen with a 2-point night already. And the Hurricanes power play clicking early in the preseason. All right, lots more to come. We'll chat with our Canes reporter, Adam Gold, next.
Professional cuts at home are easy with the Conair Man Metalcraft High Performance Clipper. With razor-sharp Japanese steel blades and pro-grade power, cutting your hair with this must-have precision tool is much more than maintenance. It's Metalcraft. Transform your daily grooming from routine to ritual with the clipper that mixes metal, power, and performance. Respect the ritual. Get your Metalcraft High Performance Clipper and shop the complete Metalcraft collection of precision grooming tools at CVS and Best Buy.
Attorney Joe Cordell.
New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Online at CordellCordell.com. 4000 West Chase Boulevard, Suite 350, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27607. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
First Intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell with you here inside PNC Arena. Canes with a 2-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning through one period of play. A couple of power play strikes for the Hurricanes, and they lead early in the hockey game. Time to welcome back our friend, Adam Gold. Follow him on Twitter, at @AGoldFan. Read his work. Listen to the Morning After podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. How about those Canes special teams?
It's the greatest preseason power play in the history of hockey.
Yes.
It reminded me of Kucherov, Stamkos, Point, Killorn, and Hedman.
I mean, what a clip early. If they could keep that going, although they kind of ruined it a couple minutes later, they killed their own penalty or their own power play.
They did. Kotkaniemi goes to the bench, goes to the bin for hooking, but they got a chance at 4-4. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't make a difference.
But seriously, it feels weird to ask how important is it to see Kotkaniemi. I mean, listen, we're going to see. I mean, that's the top line tonight. Kotkaniemi and Teravainen and Trocheck, who score on the first one, and then D'Angelo sliding one over for Teravainen on the second one. So all the big names kind of stepping up already.
Look, it's kind of funny because he doesn't have to prove himself, but I actually think that I've been the most impressed with Teuvo Teravainen.
He had a nice back check at one point as well.
Well, look, that's what Teuvo does. Teuvo's a really good defensive player, but I came out here for the first practice with the NHL group, and Teuvo looked like the worst player on the ice.
Yes.
Because it is training camp, and that's Teuvo Teravainen. So nobody has to worry about if the bell's going to be answered when the season starts. And obviously this is not the season, but he's played well. I think it's good to see him with Kotkaniemi, who I think has been a good player tonight. I like Tony DeAngelo in his own end. Twice with the opportunity to play the puck or the body. He has chosen the body, and he has erased an opportunity. So I've liked him. I've liked Maxime Lajoie tonight, who had a really good pass to Trocheck on the back door that it looked like it might have hopped over Vinny's stick. Carolina's looked very good tonight. I mean, basically they've carried the play. I think Natural Stat Trick, I can't believe they're doing anything for the preseason, but naturalstattrick.com had, I think, 30-11 in terms of shot attempts.
I mean, come on, man. Anyone who goes as deep as Natural Stat Trick does about hockey is going to do the preseason
Well, why
games.
weren't they doing the practices then?
I don't know. They should do the practices. I'm just happy we've got stats for a preseason game tonight because that didn't used to be the case.
That is true.
By the way, shouts to my man, Chip Alexander, and I can say this because I talked to him about it before the game, for asking Rod about Teuvo Teravainen laboring and asking him if he was okay.
With the skating?
Yeah, after the skate.
He was dead last, and Billy Burniston was out here voice calling out the time and how many seconds he was behind everybody else. The goalies were equally as fast as Teuvo.
Are you having any trouble with any of the new numbers so far?
No, I like. Well, here's the thing. A lot of the guys we've seen. So I've seen Jameson Reese. I've seen Ryan Suzuki. I don't think I've seen Dominic Bach, but I've seen a lot of the guys before. I think Jack Drury has played with a bunch of energy, but I've seen him too. It's nice. By the way, you know that all Gelinas who play for the Hurricanes must wear number 23.
I did not know that. But
Martin Gelina also wore 23.
That's been, speaking of the numbers, that's been one of the ones I've had trouble with. It's not Brock McGinn anymore. So every time I look down there, I'm like, no, that's not Brock McGinn.
Not McGinn.
All right, so who are you most interested in watching tonight?
Well, it's two guys. It's Kotkaniemi, going to see what he has to offer, and I've liked him on the wing. He actually jumped in. They kicked Trocheck out of the face-off circle once, and Kotkaniemi came and won the face-off. And I want to see how Tony DeAngelo plays. Now, maybe he's going to play with Ian Cole. I think when I went to the first practice, that was the practice pair, and that was kind of a third pair. But that's fine. He doesn't have to play with Jacob Slavin. They had Ethan Bear working with him. Tonight I'm interested in that. I'm also interested to see some of the depth guys. I've actually liked Derek Stepan tonight. I think he's played with a bunch of energy, and I like that line has been good with Steven Lorentz and Josh Lebo.
Adam Gold, our Canes reporter. Follow him on Twitter at @AGoldFan. Read his work. Listen to his podcast wherever you get your podcasts. Adam, thank you so much. We'll talk to you after 2.
I'll be here.
All right, first period stats, NHL scoreboard coming your way after this from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Howdy, contractor. Have you got something heavy on your mind? Looking at something down here that needs to go up there? Are you feeling the pressure? We're here to help. Edwards Crane offers one of the largest and best-maintained fleets of cranes, rigging, and transportation equipment in the nation, available 24/7 and staffed by the finest professionals on the planet, all with one goal, your complete satisfaction. Let Edwards Crane take the load off your mind. Visit us at edwardsinc.com.
It's bow time. So it's game time, and you got a bunch of rabid fans.
Dad, we're hungry.
You head out to fire up burgers and dogs and go from grill master to MVP, and then you realize you're out of GAS. Yup, out of gas on game day. What do? Drop a big bow box on it. Game on. Feed a family of 4 with 8 pieces of chicken, biscuits, fixins, and tea. It's bow time.
Planning a tailgate? Then it's bow time. Bojangles has everything you need for the perfect tailgate, no matter how many fans you're trying to feed. There's the original tailgate, the super tailgate, and for a really big crowd, the jumbo tailgate special. And if you like your chicken off the bone, choose the Supreme's tailgate special that includes 12 perfectly seasoned tenderloin fillets. So grab the tickets, get that Bojangles tailgate special, and go. It's bow time.
First intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell back with you here inside our network, inside PNC Arena, where the Carolina Hurricanes have staked themselves to a 2-0 lead on 2 power play goals over the Tampa Bay Lightning here in the first preseason game of the year. Carolina Hurricanes season ticket memberships start as low as $20 per game and include the lowest ticket rates, exclusive access, and benefits reserved only for season ticket members. To learn more about becoming a full season 22-game or 11-game flex plan member today, visit hurricanes.com/season tickets. Time to take a look at some of the numbers through one period of play. And so far, the Hurricanes with the edge in shots on goal at 14-9. They have out-hit Tampa 9-8. They have been dominant inside the faceoff circle at 19 faceoffs won to just 3 for Tampa. It's an 86% winning clip for Carolina. They're 2 for 3 on the power play so far. Around the league, we got a few games going on. Islanders and Flyers are scoreless after 1. Bruins and Rangers scoreless as they get started in the second period. Blue Jackets lead the Sabres 2-1 after 20 minutes. And the Hurricanes with a 2-0 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning here at PNC Arena. We'll send it back out for the drop of the puck of the second period. Mike Maniscalco, Trip Tracy with a call coming up next.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-Fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the applewood bacon. It's savory, and then it's also kind of sweet. And I think the combination of bacon with chicken and Colby Jack cheese, it just really knocks it out of the park.
Hey, I'm Tanea. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the chicken. It's so juicy. It's grilled to perfection. I'm going to devour this sandwich.
Order the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
Hey, Caniacs, this is Mike Maniscalco. This season, Vector Security is giving away a free home security system for life to one new customer every Friday. So if you're going to the game, watch for the Vector Security logo on the video boards throughout the arena and enter to win. Or you can enter anytime by visiting Vector Security on Facebook. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, Vector Security wants to help you defend your house for life.
Spectrum Paint. We're your locally owned Benjamin Moore retailer. We're your store for quality, with brilliant and durable paints in a variety of sheens and thousands of colors. We're your store for service, with one-on-one advice for contractors and homeowners. We're your local experts, and we're here to help you with all your painting projects. Spectrum Paint, official paint store of the Carolina Hurricanes. Visit SpectrumPaint.com for all 5 Triangle locations.
You're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
And we are getting ready to start the second period here of preseason game number 1 for the Carolina Hurricanes for the 2021-22 season. Carolina on top 2-0 after 2 first-period power play goals is Jesperi Kotkaniemi and Teuvo Teravainen lit the lamp. Kotkaniemi with 2 points in his Hurricanes debut after being signed by an offer sheet from the Montreal Canadiens. Teuvo Teravainen as well with 2 points in that first period. Canes, though, have to kill off a minute 18 of a penalty to Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Alongside our Jacques Cousteau, he is Trip Tracy, talking about angling in the break.
It sure was.
You still haven't gotten that marlin yet, have you?
Swordfish and then the marlin, but the Hurricanes went to the deep waters in a great way in the first.
Oh, well done. As the Canes, as the second period is underway, get to the puck in their own zone, and now we'll clear. Finding Tony DeAngelo streaking down the right side. He puts a shot right on that Legacy. Gets the blocker, too. They'll have to kick that out, and it'll be settled down by Reifers. Reifers will get the pass handled back by Charles Zudon. And now Tampa settles it down for Sergachev. Drifting to center ice, leaves it back for Reifers, and now jumping into the zone is Barre Boulet. Nice play, broken up neatly there by Ian Cole. And just 35 seconds left in the penalty to Kotkaniemi. Now Stepan leaves the puck back, and Lorenz will get it, and the Canes will rag the puck and take more time off of the power play opportunity here for Tampa. It'll be just thrown out into center ice where it'll be handled and slid back in by Hudon. Anderson plays it in the trapezoid behind his net for Carolina. And Lorenz plays a little give and go, and Suzuki bats it out into center ice, and 10 seconds left in the penalty to Kotkaniemi. Now Ruda on a quick up for Tampa. Sends the puck deep into the corner. Colton. He's taken down behind the net by Lajoie. Legally. Now Suzuki runs into Remy Ellie. One-time Dallas Star and Buffalo Sabre. And now Colton will lose the puck. It goes into the corner. Selgren leaves it back. Lorenz sidesteps a hit from Colton. Now Joseph is putting the body on Lorenz, who tries to clear, and the Canes will get it out. Muscling the puck past Ruda in Tampa Bay. Will settle it down. Thrown right back into the zone. Ellie, he has it. Throws it behind the Canes net. Deflected back into the corner. The quick stick is handled there by the Carolina Hurricanes, and a cross-ice pass sent up for Trocheck, just a little too far. Now an onside play as Trocheck keeps it in the Tampa zone. Drift. Shot from the goal line. Goes over the top of Maxime Legacy. And the Canes keep it in. Kotkaniemi throws the body on Clayson. Now Kotkaniemi looking for the pass in the slot, but Clayson intercepts that, and Tampa Bay dumps the puck into the Canes zone. Ian Cole takes a heavy hit there in the boards, but he is no worse for wear. And the Canes, Cameron McDonald was the deliverer of the hit on Cole. Canes sending the puck back into the Tampa zone.
The underrated nature of Teravainen defensively. Caught the puck along the wall with pressure. Made sure not to turn it over. Just lofted it into the neutral zone. That's a majorly underrated part of his game in his own end.
Now Jameson Reese sidestepping the man out in front of the score! What a setup as Reese puts it out in front. Jack Drury buries it, and the Canes have a 3-0 lead.
What a cool moment for number 72. Driving the far post. Gorgeous feed from Jameson Reese. Finding him. Relentless on the forecheck. Just a tight turn from Jameson Reese. He perhaps saw that Jack Drury had won his race to the net on Schmidt, a 6'6" defenseman. With a quickness. One quick step to beat Schmidt to the far side. And I love what you said, Drury, because that is what Hall of Famer Rick Jeanneret, that's how he pronounced Chris Drury's name when he was a captain of the Buffalo Sabres.
Now Tampa down in a 3-0 hole looking for an answer, but the Canes, sharp defensively, is taking the puck away from Ruda. It's Keane. Jan Ruda jumped up from his defensive position. Now the puck still in the Canes zone. And the right faceoff, that spinorama shot goes off the side of the net. That was put on by Kachuk, and Anderson had to hold the post. Canes can't clear it. Taylor Radish has it, sends it behind the Canes netminder. Carolina trying to poke the puck free, kept in. Now to be settled down by Suzuki. He'll look to clear and does. Tampa has to tag up. Popping it back in is Jack Finley. Finley at just 19 years old. As a matter of fact, this is quite the young lineup that John Cooper has put out here on the ice here at PNC Arena for Tampa Bay's first preseason game. Now in the slot, they'll score! Alex Barré-Boulet, loose play by the Canes behind Freddie Anderson, and in the slot, Barré-Boulet buries it, and Tampa gets on the board to cut the Canes' lead. Now 3-1 Carolina.
Two very similar goals here early in the second period of work ethic, puck support, and relentless pressure on the forecheck. Tampa outnumbered below the goal line, a breakdown in coverage in the slot just above the paint. And Barré-Boulet is a player from the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, played some games against Carolina in the regular season. He's a player that is looking to make the jump to the National Hockey League. So two very similar forechecking goals, one aside here in the first four of the second.
15 NHL games last year for Barré-Boulet, 3 goals. And that adjusted season as the Canes now throwing the body. And Jelena along the boards, able to keep it in, now gets it back. He'll hammer one right on. And Legacy wasn't sure where it was. He'll hang on and melt it down with 15:52 remaining here in the second period on the Canes' 17th shot of the night.
I want to revisit that beautiful goal from Jameson Reese to Jack Drury. Jack Drury scored 2 goals in the deciding game to win the Swedish Hockey League Championship. Here's a player that took classes, really finished his junior year in a different continent at Harvard. He was actually just 4 classes from earning his degree that he'll have to take in the summer. Impressive kid.
Now off the draw, Canes win it back to Sellgren. That's deflected out of play and stopping things with 15:48 to go here in the second period.
And Jack Drury, who played with, among others, Adam Fox, one-time Hurricanes property at Harvard. Jack probably never would have left Harvard. Head coach Ted Donato, longtime NHLer, but he was going to lose a whole season. It was a very difficult decision for him. He spent a good percentage of his life, Mike, in Europe. His dad, Ted, played at the tail end of his career in Germany and then being in Sweden last year. What a moment that was. I know it's the preseason. That was a beautiful play.
Canes trying to keep the puck in the Tampa zone, but it's going to make it all the way down as it eludes the stick of Jelena. Good thing for Carolina. It'll be icing against Tampa, 15:31. But the bloodlines, when you talk about the Drury family, from Ted being your captain at Harvard and the career he had to Jack, what he's been able to do. And, of course, Chris Drury is well documented for the leader and what he was on the ice and now with the New York Rangers as their general manager. I mean, they just think hockey in a different way than the average human being.
Well, let me tell you something. Jack's mom, Liz, who I went to school with, maybe the finest lacrosse player in the history of Harvard University, and Jack wore her number 13 in Sweden last year. So you have just supreme character and 2 tremendous athletes that are his mom and dad, and I know they're tuned in the Chicago area tonight, and they must be enjoying a perma-smile. A plastic surgeon may have to remove the smiles from their faces at this moment.
Well, Tampa looking to put some pressure. Down 3-1 here against the Hurricanes. 15 minutes to go in the second period as Joseph tries to keep it in, but Carolina is able to bat the puck out. Good work by Ian Cole. Gets it to the Tampa blue line, but Tampa quickly snaps it right back up. Joseph with a leave at center ice, and now jumping into the play is Remi Ellie. Ellie has it taken away from him. Joseph tries to step into his man at the Canes blue line, but Carolina able to succeed in getting the puck in deep as Sam Militic fought off the check by Joseph. Now Carolina keeps the puck in a heavy shot along the boards by Nason as he gets the puck in deep. Now Clayson for Tampa has to move the puck quickly and does. Lightning looking to work the puck into the Canes zone. They do. Joseph leaves it for Ellie. Now spinning from the dot, shot right on. Anderson calmly handles that. And the Canes looking to clear. And do. Send this the length of the ice. Skate race to get to the dots, and that'll be won by Freddie Clayson, and that'll be icing against Carolina with 5 minutes and 55 seconds gone here in the second period. 3-1 Hurricanes lead.
Subtle little play from Frederick Anderson. A shot to his left, to the blocker side. Instead of booting it off the blocker into the slot, he just rotated his wrist to go back to the strong side. A play on the fly and a good example of rebound control.
Now the puck gets loose out in front of Anderson, and Anderson adeptly just pokes it to the boards. But Tampa getting to it, and a loose puck out in front. And Anderson will jump on that. We'll freeze things with 13:56 remaining in the second period. The Hurricanes lead the Lightning 3-1. You're listening to Carolina Hurricanes hockey on the Hurricanes Radio Network.
What makes us unique as individuals makes us stronger together. At PNC, we believe our differences make the difference in who we are as individuals. And when you bring together individuals from different backgrounds with unique interests and perspectives, we can do more, we can be more, and we can achieve more together. Visit pnc.com/diversity to learn more. PNC, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. The PNC Financial Services Group, Incorporated, all rights reserved.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
What's up? This is Riley. And a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the applewood bacon. It's savory, and then it's also kind of sweet. And I think the combination of bacon with chicken and Colby Jack cheese, it just really knocks it out of the park.
Hey, I'm Tanea. A little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A Grilled Chicken Club sandwich is the chicken. It's so juicy. It's grilled to perfection. I'm going to devour this sandwich.
Order the Grilled Chicken Club sandwich on the Chick-fil-A app today. Real guests paid for their testimonials.
13:56 remaining here in the second period. Little Earth, Wind, and Fire. It's still September, Chip Tracy. We're okay with that. And the Canes have been more than okay with a 3-1 lead here in the second period.
Every member of that historic band, Colossal Caniacs, they're tuned in on the radio here tonight, Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I think that this period's had a bit more of an edge to it. I think the physicality has bumped up a notch. These two teams, different, some of the same guys, but in the Prospects tournament down in Tampa, they played a very feisty game about 10 days ago.
And a lot of these prospects are in the lineup for Tampa against players like Jameson Reese and Jack Drury, who are playing for the Canes. And Jack Drury with his first goal of the preseason and first goal in a Carolina Hurricanes uniform here tonight. Proud uncle Chip Tracy watching in the booth as that happens, and now
try not to show bias, but
it's a pretty goal, and Jameson Reese with a pretty setup on that as the Canes are trapped in their own end as Tampa looking to put some pressure on as their fourth line is out there as Declan McDonald tries to keep it in but will lose it. Canes try to tip it forward. Josh Lavo, though, has it taken away by Ruda, and he'll send it back in. Anderson will settle it down, and now Selgren has it. Looks to get the puck to center ice and does. Or Lavo up to Lorentz, who deflects it into the Tampa zone, but picked up by Sergachev. Now across the way, Stepan had it, trying to hang on to it. Puck comes loose to center ice. And now the Lightning in on it. They're onside, working it on a 3-on-1 in on Anderson, and what a save! Flashing the glove, Frederick Anderson comes up with his best save of the evening as he takes that away from Taylor Radish.
Tampa was very close to whether they were onsides or offsides. The Hurricanes had a rough line change where they were trying to avoid too many men on the ice, and the quick pushes from right to left and left to right. The economy of motion for Frederick Anderson has been very noticeably good. His hands in front of him, they're on the glove side to make a sparkling stop.
Now we have the face-off to the left of Anderson. Jack Finley has been waved out of the face-off circle. The draw will be taken by Taylor Radish, and we'll do it again. And it looks like Vincent Trocheck will be asked to leave after that draw. And again, it's preseason, so linesmen, players working on some things.
Well, this is where you're fortunate because Kokaniemi was drafted as a centerman. He's going to play wing here in Carolina, so after Trocheck gets booted, a natural centerman comes in on his power side.
Well, the other side of that, too, Trip, is Teuvo Teravainen, who was a centerman in Finland, is on this line. So, as you mentioned, you can never have enough guys who can take draws, win big draws for you. And the guy behind the Carolina Hurricanes bench, and Rod Brindamore, for my money, was the best in the business ever to take the face-off. So they're learning from him and just getting better every year. That's where the play starts. If you get possession, so key in today's game. Is now Tampa. Boris Kachuk sends the puck rink wide into his own bench, and heads up on the Lightning bench, stopping play with 12:22 to go in the second.
Yeah, good luck, though, getting Rod's trade secrets about being an elite centerman when it comes to face-offs. You'd have a better chance of breaking out of Alcatraz with Sean Connery.
Well, he did welcome everyone to the Rock. And, of course, if there is one guy who I think could escape from Alcatraz, it would be Rod Brindamore. Just saying. Sorry, in all due respect to Clint Eastwood.
He's afraid of sharks.
Now play resumes as the puck is found at center ice, and Nason steps in, lowers a shot, looking for a deflection out in front was Stefan Nason, looking for Drury, who was out in front. Now the puck along the boards. It'll be popped up into the Tampa Bay bench, and that'll stop play as Lajoie and company batted it into the Tampa bench, stopping things with 11:54 to go in the second period.
Yeah, it's a very, I think, meaningful conversation how important faceoffs are, because during the 10-year playoff drought here in Carolina, there were years where Carolina was the top faceoff team in the NHL. But it seems like, now 3 consecutive postseason appearances, and now with the addition of a guy like Stepan and wingers that can take draws, Carolina is equipped to win those important draws, late in games. Of course, any special teams face-off, neither dimension, power play, shorthanded, take on added importance.
The Canes send the puck in the Tampa zone. Jack Drury was tripped up at the blue line of Tampa. No call there as the puck goes out of play, and we'll have a face-off just outside of the Lightning zone. 11:49 to go here in the second period. Thanks for joining us here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network, along with Trip Tracy in his 23rd year as the color analyst for the Carolina Hurricanes. I'm Mike Maniscalco, and our technical engineer, John Brockwell. I believe for John Brockwell, this is year 25. 24. Try to give you one more, John. But 24 years for John Brockwell as we're all here with you, and we appreciate it. And now, the Canes with a 3-1 lead. It's a nice play by Jameson Reese, stepping in front of the attack. And the Canes come the other way as Drury fires one right on. And that's gloved and held on by Legacy.
Jeff Daniel running the forwards. Rod Brindamore, of course, the coach of the year last season. They're going to love that shift from Jameson Reese. A player that is learning the importance of play away from the puck. Track back through the neutral zone. Work to get on the defensive side of the puck. So between the Tampa player and the Carolina net, forced a turnover. Good stuff. You can see his maturity from Jameson Reese.
Selgren trying to keep the puck in the Tampa zone. It'll pop out. Be played across by Declan McDonald. Now it's being worked from Tampa player to Tampa player, back to McDonald, who will fire it into the Cane zone around the boards where Daniel Walcott gives chase. They're going to stick to it. Too far for McDonald, but a huge collision along the boards with Dominic Bach and McDonald. Bach got the worst of it, but comes up with a puck. And just take it outside of the blue line, where it's promptly sent right back in by Walcott as Tampa's able to make a change. Of course, the long change here in the second period for the Carolina Hurricanes. And now a turnover and shot put right on. Anderson makes the save, and he's collided into, but he's no worse for wear. Good work there by Anderson again as they defend off Kachuk. The Canes send the puck into the Tampa zone. 10:25 remaining here in the second period. Boris Kachuk with a couple of strong moves here tonight. Spent his last 3 years with Syracuse to crunch the AHL affiliate. Icing here on Tampa. He had 36 goals over these last 3 years, and Canes are now going to have a face-off back in the Tampa zone with 10:16 remaining and a 3-1 Hurricanes lead.
Tampa's elevated their game here in the second period. Anderson's been forced to make some timely saves and continues to exhibit a very calm demeanor.
Shots on goal for the game, 18 for the Hurricanes, 13 for Tampa. Here in the period, it's 4 apiece as the Canes win the draw. Puck out front. Legacy has to jump on that for Tampa as Lorentz was knocking on the doorstep, trying to extend the Canes lead back to 3, but Legacy will melt that down here in a face-off coming up in the Tampa zone.
Gives us a chance to talk about Steven Lorentz. We haven't mentioned him tonight. A player that earned his way onto the team, his contagiously positive attitude. I think he's a player that could really take a step forward in his career this season.
The Canes win the draw. And Stepan throws it back. Canes throwing it along the boards. It'll pop out. Couldn't be kept in as Levo played it back for Ian Cole, and now Tampa breaks into the Hurricane zone. Skating with it is Rifles. Shot deflected right on Anderson. Calmly just bats it to the boards. There's a spindling puck to the right of the Canes netminder. Now Carolina looks to clear the zone, and they do. Levo, smart play, pops it up. Lorentz holds it down, and now Stepan is leveled in the Tampa zone. Clean hit, and back the other way come the Lightning. Rifles throws it right on, and Freddie Anderson is like a man strolling through the park. Catches that, hangs on, and will go to break. 9:27 left here in the second period. Hurricanes lead the Lightning 3-1 here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save for details.
Have you ever caught a t-shirt that fell from the rafters at PNC or shot out of Stormy's air cannon? Hurricanes alum Shane Willis here, and I know that it is always a big part of every Hurricanes home game, and it's all thanks to Brawley Screen Print, a family-owned and operated business that will beat any online website price for bulk orders. That's right, unbeatable prices and designs on your everyday t-shirt or high-performance sporting apparel. Brawley Screen Print has exactly what you need. To see all they can provide and get your unbeatable price quote, visit BrawleyScreenPrint.com today.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Fruitopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
9:27 to go here in the second period alongside Trip Tracy. Mike Maniscalco here. Hurricanes lead the Lightning 3-1 in preseason game number 1 for Carolina this season. All right, Trip, we're a little bit more than halfway through. What's been the standout for you so far?
NHL players have played like NHL players. Certainly the standout, the highlight reel goal of this period from Reese to Drury. And Frederick Anderson, as advertised, has been a very calming presence with timely stops in the Carolina net.
As the play resumes, and the Canes will knock the puck into the Tampa bench, and that'll stop things. You talked with Curtis McElhaney, former Carolina Hurricane goaltender, and, of course, now two-time Stanley Cup champion with Tampa, about Frederick Anderson. Of course, he and Freddie Anderson were the tandem up in Toronto. What did Curtis tell you about Frederick's game and demeanor?
Ice in his veins. Thinks that the Carolina market will be perfect for him. The one adjustment the Hurricanes are going to have to make is, he doesn't handle the puck like Nedeljkovic or Mrazek did. Although he's had some clean touches here tonight. So defensemen, when you get your full complement, Mike, they're going to have to adjust. I'm not going to say significantly, but there will be an adjustment on that front. With that being said, he still has had some clean touches tonight.
Well, there he's a smart play behind his net where he knows he can play the puck in the trapezoid as there was loose play, and he melts it down and will bring up a face-off to the left of the New Canes netminder, who inked a 2-year deal this offseason. Tampa wins the draw, hammered on the point from Radish. Anderson makes the save into the corner, but Tampa able to keep in. Trying to get it is Taylor Radish as his brother Darren hammered the shot, and now Ross Colton throws it out front. Radish with a baseball bat, hack at it. It goes over the top of Anderson and stays out of the net. Now Radish marked by Keane. Now Colton rubbed out of the play by Lajoie. And Carolina is able to skate out with a puck. Good work by Trocheck. Now it's sent across. Joey Keane has it. Keane drifts. Tries to work it through Freddie Clayson. Can't. Tampa will just send the puck out to center ice. Teuvo Teravainen tracks it down, gets it to Trocheck. 8:35 to go here in the second period. Keane in center ice will fire this into the Tampa zone. Trocheck goes to retrieve it. Throws it behind the net for Teravainen. Clayson's there able to make the play, and then Kotkaniemi throws a hit along the boards. Trying to line up the Tampa Bay defenseman. Now the Canes on a turnover, get it out in front. Legacy with a save. As the Hurricanes, a whisk whisker away. Jameson Reese has been everywhere. And Maxime Legacy robs the Canes winger here.
Well, you had everything you wanted here. Getting the puck up the ice quickly, no dust off. And Nosen with the middle lane drive from Jack Drury. By Drury driving the middle, it creates that seam from Nosen to Reese. And the best save of the game on the glove from Legacy. That middle lane drive is so important. Heck of a transitional play.
Now that line of Reese, Drury, and Mason has been very good tonight for Rod Brindamore. But now back the other way, it's Tampa off of the draw. Skating in and firing wide. With an opportunity there was Remy Ellie. Now the Tampa Bay Lightning playing with a sense of urgency, as Tripp Tracy said, from the first period here to the second. Now the puck is batted back into the Cane zone after they cleared it. Anderson will settle it down. We'll play it along where it'll be handled behind the net by Selgren. Selgren being watched there by Barre Boulet, the goal scorer for Tampa here tonight in the second period. Now Reese gets to it. He'll slap the puck into the Tampa zone, and the Canes will make a wholesale change. 5 new players on the ice for Rod Brindamore. Now a steal along the boards. It's worked as Carolina. Dominic Bach gets the puck. Tries to send it in deep. Instead, back to Tony DeAngelo, who walks to the middle of the ice. DeAngelo to the circle. He fires, and Legacy gets the save on that. DeAngelo with good work there to read the play and find open ice. Now across the ice, Suzuki sends it back to Suzuki on a return feed there from Cole. And Suzuki handling the puck. Goes to the top of the blue line. Now he'll snap one, and Legacy will get a glove on that. It goes over the net. Now sharp angle shot is put right through. Can't be handled as Militek was looking to score from below the goal line. Now DeAngelo has it. Great shift here by this line. Suzuki and Buck now across for Cole. He hammers one right on, and Legacy gets across and makes the save. Oh, the Canes have been testing Maxime Legacy here in the second period. He's answered it, but 3 good shifts by the Hurricanes.
Well, that was just a shift of offensive things from the blue line that you cannot teach from Tony DeAngelo. He was in motion the entire shift, and eventually it leads to a one-timer from Ian Cole. Seeing DeAngelo wear 77, and thinking former Hurricanes who did so, an offensive defenseman, and Joe Corvo, of course, one of the greatest of all time. My first year broadcasting, Paul Coffey. Danson Anson Carter also wore 77, but that was a vintage Tony DeAngelo shift. I saw a ton of those types of shifts as a New York Ranger.
Now Stepan wins the draw back to Kane, but that is intercepted by Ellie. He pushes it as far as the Canes' blue line, but no further. Carolina turns it back up. Lorentz on the puck. Strong with it. Gets it right back on a return feed. As it was he and Levo playing hot potato. Now Lorentz cuts his way through. Legacy with a blocker save. Kept into the blue line by Keane. Keane to Lorentz. Lorentz to Lajoie. Lajoie down low for Lorentz. Can't handle the puck, and it bounces out. Good play. Strong on the puck there was Charles Hudon, and back the other way is Tampa. Shot goes wide of the Hurricanes net, and Freddie Anderson. Carolina will just clear it over the blue line. And Tampa will make a full change. Anderson, good heads-up play there. Music a little early here as Teravainen gets to the puck and will send this one in. Carolina needs to complete a line change, and they do.
Yeah, but it wasn't Ed Sheeran, who Freddie Anderson looks like a taller version of.
You can make the case. He is the Danish Ed Sheeran.
Yeah.
Also, I think,
but no bad habits for him so far tonight. Speaking of a definite hit that Ed's just come out with.
Oh, well done. Also, I believe Frederick Anderson's about 3 feet taller than Ed Sheeran in real life. Get that checked out. As a shot from the point from Clayson right on, and Anderson blockers that and sends it to the corner. Carolina along the boards will free it. Will pop it free, and then Darren Radish will have to track it down. He is being marked by Trocheck. Now Clayson will take the puck from his defensive partner, and the Canes swarming in the Tampa zone, but Joseph able to clear. The puck finds its way into the Canes zone. DeAngelo calmly plays it away from Ross Colton. People expecting Colton will take over the Yanni Gourde role for this Tampa Bay team this upcoming season. The Canes take the puck away and move it out.
What you mentioned it earlier, the goal that he scored in the clinching game of the Stanley Cup Finals from David Savard. What a year he had.
Now an excellent defensive play by Tony DeAngelo. Breaking up a 2-on-1 that was materializing between Walcott and McDonald. The Canes get the puck out to the neutral zone. 4:15 left here in the second period. The Canes sweep the puck to the Tampa blue line. It'll be secured and sent right back into the Hurricanes' end. Declan McDonald has it. McDonald back to the point for Schuster. Andre Schuster spent the last few years in the KHL. He's an original pick of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Also played for the Anaheim Ducks. Went back overseas.
Very popular teammate from the core of the Tampa Bay Lightning, the majority of which are not here tonight, but they were very happy to see Schuster return.
30-year-old spent the last 2 years with the KHL. Now, Tampa Bay, Barre Boulet stepping into the Hurricane zone. For the face-off dot, throws one, and a weird angled shot as that pops up as Kachuk threw one. It was deflected and went over the shoulder of Anderson. Hit the crossbar. Canes lucky there. Now Tampa keeping the pressure on. Odd angle shot by Colton. Handled there by Anderson, and the Canes will clear the zone. Bring the puck up to Militic. Militic handling. Top of the right face-off circle in the Tampa zone. Gets to the slot. His shot is blocked and will bounce outside of the Tampa zone. 3:05 remaining here in the second period.
See players that are trying to make it. They hesitate for a split second getting shots off.
Barre Boulet puts a shot right on, but there was a whistle. Anderson makes the save. And we'll hang on with that. 2 minutes and 57 seconds left here in the second period. We'll break with the Canes leading 3-1. You're listening to the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advance Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Hey Hurricanes fans, no matter how you celebrate game day, it's all about the food. And Harris Teeter has everything you need. Delicious subs and wraps, fresh hot store-made pizza, all sizes of party platters or ready-to-serve wing trays, just to name a few. Plus, with Harris Teeter fuel points, you can earn free fuel with every purchase you make, up to $1 off per gallon. Stop at your Harris Teeter for great savings on all your game day needs, or download the HT app to order ahead. Harris Teeter, where Hurricanes fans shop for groceries.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
2 minutes, 57 seconds to go here in the second period. Carolina Hurricanes with a 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Are you all right, Chip Tracy?
I just got a message from the Upper Peninsula of Pure Michigan from my mentor, Red Wings Hall of Fame broadcaster Mickey Redmond. I guess I said transitional play earlier in this period, and Mick, the outdoorsman that he is, trying to think when we see Detroit the first time, Mick said, I've never heard transitional play before. Hello to Mickey Redmond, the Hall of Famer that he is, my mentor, and his buddy Charlie. They're tuned in.
I can't thank Mickey Redmond enough for keeping you in line during the season.
Look, in the offseason.
Absolutely. The Canes pop right back in and step on with an opportunity that goes wide. Carolina trying to keep the puck in at the blue line. That'll be deflected out. Good work there by Tampa. Charles Hudon, former Montreal Canadian. The Canes now will tip the puck back in the Tampa zone. Goes behind Legacy's net. Lorentz, great work to steal the puck from Clayson. Lorentz now dogged after the puck. Gets the turnover. Canes trying to keep it in. Loose puck will squirt away. Excellent play by Ian Cole to read it, stepping into his man, but the puck will trickle out. Canes won't go make a change. Cross corner pass. Thrown in deep. Carolina trying to get to the puck, but instead it'll come out. Hudon is able to pitch that puck a little bit forward. And Remielli just knocks it the rest of the way into the Cane zone. Tampa makes a change. Under 2 minutes remaining here in the second period. So now Sergachev works the puck across to Schuster. And quickly up to the Canes blue line, but Colton can't handle the pass. And now Tampa has to wait for Colton to tag up, and they do. Cross-ice pass for Colton.
There's a loose twig on the ice. Joseph gets to it, and we'll get a whistle stopping play as Tampa's offside with 93 seconds remaining here in the second period.
Entertaining period of play, Mike. If this was a regular season game, just the way that this has been after Drury's goal to give you a comfortable 3-0 lead, and the bounce back on the forecheck from Mari Brule. Then Tampa press, Carolina push back. If it was a regular season game, you'd be talking about the next goal that would probably determine the eventual winner.
Now Tampa wins the draw, strides into the Cane zone. Now a sharp angle shot. Right on the blue line by Taylor Radish, set up by Joseph, but Anderson calmly tracked the play, held the post, holds on. Minute 27 left here in the second period, protecting the Canes' 3-1 lead.
See, that's where his size is so advantageous, where sharp angle shot, but if it's a smaller goaltender, there would have been some room up above the shoulder, and Anderson can actually get down on his knees, and his shoulders, if he's upright, are still above the bar.
Well, you say that, and it takes me right back to the goal scored by Vincent Trocheck over UC Saros in the playoffs, where you talked about a smaller goaltender. You have those spots there. Anderson covered them up. Now Tampa putting on a push here in the final minutes of the second period. But Sergachev has the puck knocked away. Good work by the Carolina Hurricanes. Nason, but offside at the Tampa blue line as he tried to get it to Jack Drury. And now 70 seconds left, and Drury and the Hurricanes exchanging some pleasantries right now. Drury and Colton yapping at each other. And Drury wants to get a piece of Colton the worst way.
Both from proximate colleges, Drury at Harvard and Colton from Vermont. The Prospects game about 10 days ago that was very edgy and chippy. The opening face-off, Jack Drury set the tone. The Tampa centerman, his name escapes me, but he got right in Jack Drury's grill. And that really established a very chippy type of game. Jack Drury is not going to back down. He's playing for keeps. And as I mentioned earlier, the physicality and that dimension has definitely been more noticeable here in this second period.
Now, Drury waved out of the face-off circle, so Nason will take it for Rod Brindamore's team. Clean win right back. Gives it to Joey Keane, and the Canes will rifle the puck into the Tampa zone. Ruda has to fend off a check of Drury. Canes pop it out front. Ruda knocks it down. 60 seconds to go here as Drury, with the puck, turns around, fires that one wide, but good play by Keane to read it and keep it in. Now Ruda avoids the check of Reese. Going into the corner. It's Drury. Drury gets it to Reese. Reese from below the goal line puts a shot right on in Legacy. We'll have to hang on to that with 40.6 seconds to go in the second period and a 3-1 Hurricanes lead.
Sharp angled shot, much like Anderson faced at the other end. I'm just thinking about Anderson's at the same end that David Riddick was for Calgary. Had a shutout at the time when Svechnikov scored the first of his 2 lacrosse goals, and then Hellebuck, a Vezina winner, another sizable goalie. Only because those goaltenders go down on their knees is there even room to pull off the lacrosse goal. I'm going to have to ask Freddie. Even when he goes on his knees, I don't know if there's any room. If you try that Svechnikov lacrosse tally, obviously Svechnikov won't try it on him. Friendly fire.
Well, you know how competitive Mr. Svechnikov is. We'd have to keep our eye out and practice, see if that'll happen. Now with just 23 seconds remaining in the second period, Carolina will control the loose puck in their own end. I got to think, though, that's kind of frowned upon to do it on your own goaltender. Just going to say that, sure.
Well, you practice like you play.
I do agree with that.
Svechnikov wears his dapper suits, as I saw him wearing earlier tonight. He's a healthy extra.
Now Freddie Clayson puts a shot that goes across the blue paint. A wind-up shot as the second period expires that Anderson will calmly hang on to. As it was put on by Kachuk, who was everywhere for Tampa in this period. But after 40 minutes of play, the Carolina Hurricanes, with goals from Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Teuvo Teravainen, and Jack Drury, have a 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Alec Campbell has your second intermission report coming up here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Man, how can you afford gas for that big SUV?
I pay less for gas than
everyone else, I got the free Get Upside Gas app and get up to 25 cents a gallon cash back every time I buy gas.
Hold on. You're getting up to 25 cents off a gallon with the free Get Upside Gas app while I'm paying full price?
You know it. People earned over $1 million last year. You just got to take a picture of your gas receipt and bam, up to 25 cents a gallon cash back.
You don't have to tell me twice. I'm downloading the free Get Upside Gas app now.
Download the free Get Upside app now in the App Store or Google Play to save up to 25 cents a gallon when you buy gas. Use promo code GO for a 25 cent a gallon bonus on your first tank. That's up to 50 cents a gallon on your next tank. Just download the free Get Upside app at the App Store or Google Play and use promo code GO. Save money on gas on every fill-up. Just download the free Get Upside app and use promo code GO. That's G-O. Visit GetUpside.com for terms.
These are the final days, the final hours of Diamonds Direct's incredible finance offer. You have until Saturday at 6 p.m. to take advantage of 5-year zero-interest financing. That's on any purchase. Buy now. Spread your payments over 5 whole years with zero interest. Response has been incredible, but this amazing offer comes to an end on Saturday and will not be extended. Don't miss the year's best buying opportunity at Diamonds Direct. 5 years zero interest through Saturday at 6 p.m. Get directions, details, and more now at DiamondsDirect.com.
Second intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena. The Carolina Hurricanes take a 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning into the locker room after 2 periods of play. Another solid period for Carolina here in the second. They got off to a good start with an early goal from a couple of new guys. Jack Drury and Jameson Reese get along really well. They've got great chemistry. Reese with a quick stop and turn in the offensive end. Drury signaled and went to the net, and Reese found him on the back door for a goal in the 3-0 lead. Canes gave it back shortly thereafter. Alex Barre-Boulet found the net for Tampa after Sam Militek got bumped off the puck behind the net, and Boulet scored to make it 3-1, but all in all, the Hurricanes have been the dominant team in this game, which is somewhat to be expected as the Lightning only have about 4 players that have played any significant time in the NHL. Carolina winning a large majority of the draws and carrying a majority of the play as well. There are a couple of flurries from Tampa in the period. For the most part, this has been Carolina's game. So they take a 3-1 lead into the second intermission. When we win, you win. If the Hurricanes win tonight, you can enjoy a free chicken sandwich at participating Greater Triangle locations by logging into the Chick-Fil-A app. We'll check back in with Adam Gold, our Canes reporter, here in just a little bit, get his thoughts on the second period, full NHL scoreboard, second period statistics as well. But we'll take a break, and we'll come back with the second period highlights next.
As the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes, PNC Bank celebrates those who are taking steps every day to make our community a better place to live. Our focus on giving back is part of an ongoing commitment to customers, employees, and the communities we serve. Visit pnc.com/aboutus to learn more. PNC Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advance Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Canes fans, it's hockey season, and no matter how you catch the action, you'll be going top shelf when you enjoy the game with Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi. When you open up a bottle of Woodbridge wine, it's sure to be a game winner. Woodbridge has the smooth, fruit-forward flavors that have been a game day tradition for over 40 years. Find Woodbridge near you online at orderwoodbridge.com and add this fan favorite to your lineup today. Woodbridge by Robert Mondavi, a proud partner of the Carolina Hurricanes. Please enjoy our wines responsibly. Woodbridge Winery, Acampo, California.
Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena. It's the second intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. The Hurricanes with a 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning after 2 periods. Second period highlights brought to you by Spectrum Mobile. Canes tripled their lead at 2:42 of the second period. Jameson Reese found Jack Drury on the back door for a 3-0 lead.
Now Jameson Reese sidestepping the man out in front of the score! What a setup as Reese puts it out in front. Jack Drury buries it, and the Canes have a 3-0 lead.
First of the preseason for Drury. He and Reese pick up their first points in their first games in a Canes uniform. Canes gave one back at 3:47. Sam Militic bodied off the puck behind the net. Boris Kachuk found Alex Barre-Boulet, and he beat Freddie Anderson to make it 3-1.
Quite the young lineup that John Cooper has put out here on the ice here at PNC Arena for Tampa Bay's first preseason game. Now in the slot, they'll score! Alex Barre-Boulet, loose play by the Canes behind Freddie Anderson, and in the slot, Barre-Boulet buries it, and Tampa gets on the board to cut the Canes' lead. Now 3-1 Carolina.
Freddie Anderson, another solid period despite the goal to Alex Barre-Boulet. Later on, he stopped Taylor Radish midway through the period to keep it a 3-1 game.
Stepan had it, trying to hang on to it. Puck comes loose to center ice. Now the Lightning in on it. They're onside, working it on a 3-on-1 in on Anderson, and what a save! Flashing the glove, Frederick Anderson comes up with his best save of the evening as he takes that away from Taylor Radish.
And a few minutes later, Canes looking for goal number 4. Stefan Nason found Jameson Reese all alone. Quick wrister snared by the glove of Maxime Legacy.
Line up the Tampa Bay defenseman. Now the Canes on a turnover, get it out in front. Legacy with a save as the Hurricanes are a whisker away. Jameson Reese has been everywhere, and Maxime Legacy robs the Canes winger here.
So that's how it all happened in period number 2 as the Hurricanes get out to a 3-1 lead after 40 minutes. Download the official Carolina Hurricanes mobile app today to be the first to receive breaking news, ticket offers, video highlights, merchandise offerings, and more. Download the NHL app in your mobile device's app store and select the Hurricanes as your favorite team to begin enjoying all of the benefits in becoming a Hurricanes mobile app subscriber. Adam Gold covers the Hurricanes for our Raleigh affiliate, 99.9 The Fan, and he joins us with his thoughts next.
Attorney Joe Cordell. New school, new job, new home. Change is hard and can leave you feeling isolated. And divorce delivers one of life's hardest blows. The relationships you counted on are suddenly gone. But you don't have to walk through this alone. For more than 30 years, Cordell & Cordell has guided men through the challenges of divorce. You're not alone. Call Cordell & Cordell.
Online at CordellCordell.com. 4000 West Chase Boulevard, Suite 350, Raleigh, North Carolina, 27607. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois only.
Liberty Mutual Insurance Company presents
And Doug.
And we're back with Limu, Emu, and Doug for the final question. Category is things you climb. All right, Limu, what do you think? You sure? We're going with Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need. Oh, so close. We were looking for stairs. Huh. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Second intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena, where the Carolina Hurricanes have staked themselves a 3-1 lead after 2 periods of play. It's time to check in with our Canes reporter, Adam Gold, from our Raleigh affiliate, 99.9 The Fan. Follow him on Twitter, @AGoldFan. Read his work, listen to his podcast, wherever you get your podcasts. All right, Adam, the people seem to salivate over Jameson Reese.
Yeah.
He's got an assist on the night, got robbed by Maxime Legacy. They're on a scoring opportunity. He's physical, gets after it a little bit. What do we know about him as a prospect?
He's an agitator. He's exactly the kind of player that the Hurricanes have really needed. Now, I mean, he's not going to be here this year. He's going to get some seasoning in the minor leagues, but next year, year after, I think you'll see Jameson Reese here, and I think the fans are going to like him. There's a couple of other plays in the play that he made that led to the pass to Drury on the back door, creating space along the wall. He comes in with speed, he delays, he lets the play develop in front of him, and then he makes the great pass. And by the way, Stefan Nason with the net front right at the top of the crease. I mean, that line has been very good tonight.
Yes.
But he also made a really good defensive play in his own end to kind of break up a transition opportunity. So Rod Brindamore is going to love those types of things. But he is tenacious, and he's a little bit nasty, which is okay in hockey.
No, I like that. He and Drury seem to get along just from following them. I know Drury did a takeover of the Hurricanes Instagram.
Oh, did he? I didn't see that.
They were at the Prospect Showcase. I saw he and Reese kind of messing around the pregame warm-ups today. It seems like they have a little bit of a chemistry there, too. Drury kind of signaled, went to the net. Reese found him on the back door. What about Drury, though, as a prospect?
I've spoken to a bunch of people about him. I think the biggest takeaway about Jack Drury is that his intangibles are off the charts. Like, he knows how to play, he knows how to win, smart as hell. Obviously, the pedigree with his brother Chris, who's now the assistant or the GM of the New York Rangers, his cousin, not brother. So or maybe his uncle.
His uncle.
Yeah, it couldn't be. Well, it could be cousin, but it's his uncle. No, but those are the types of things. But he's not really big. He's about 6 feet. But he plays hard. He can play a physical game, but again, he's smart as hell. And I think it's somebody that probably profiles as a bottom 2, bottom 6, forward, center over the course of his career. If Hurricanes need something like that, then Jack Drury could be your guy. He's a really good player.
Adam Gold, Hurricanes reporter, is joining us here. Just based on what you saw the Hurricanes do in the offseason, I asked Trip Tracy this in the pregame show. I ask you, do the Hurricanes get better?
I think so. I think they're different, but I think what they are is deeper in terms of NHL bodies. So, no offense to Maxime Lajoie. Maxime Lajoie should never have dressed for a playoff game last year, but he had to. And that won't happen this year. They have 7 NHL defensemen on their roster. NHL defensemen, not guys who can come up. They have 7 NHL defensemen on their roster. They have 13 NHL forwards on their roster, as opposed to 11 and maybe somebody comes up. And that's without any of the young guys making a mark enough to where they might get called up during the season. But a guy like Stefan Nason, who is an NHL player, is on a 2-way deal and is likely headed for Chicago to play for the Wolves. So they have NHL depth that they haven't had before, and I actually think now that they have a legitimate third pair in Ian Cole and Tony DeAngelo, it looks like that's going to be the pair. That they don't have to hide anybody. They don't have to hide a Jake Bean or a Yanni Hakanpää. So I love what they've done. I really do.
Jake Bean, by the way, with 2 points tonight.
He's a star.
For Columbus. Adam Gold, Canes reporter. Follow him on Twitter @AGoldFan. We're back to take a peek at the stats and an NHL scoreboard after this from your local stations on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
If your HVAC goes bump in the night, might be time for a tune-up. Call Progressive Heating and Air for same-day service. Flat rate pricing and 100% satisfaction guaranteed. Visit callprogressive.com.
Hey, it's Joe Ovius from the OG. Did you know you can catch the best of the OG wherever you get your podcast? Go download it today. It's brought to you by Coach Pete at Capital Financial Advisory Group. Visit them at capitalfinancialusa.com.
Snooze, you lose. Need a little incentive to get out of bed? Come to McDonald's and get a fluffy folded egg, savory sausage, melty American cheese, all nestled in griddle cakes. It's a sausage, egg, and cheese McGriddles for just $2. Breakfast, it's on at McDonald's. Get it via drive-thru or curbside pickup with mobile order and pay. Price and participation may vary. Mobile order and pay available at participating McDonald's. McD app download and registration required.
Second intermission brought to you by PNC Bank. Alec Campbell back with you here inside PNC Arena, where the Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Carolina Hurricanes individual game tickets on sale now. Join the loudest house in the NHL by visiting hurricanes.com/tickets to select the individual games that work within your schedule. Cheer on the Canes at PNC Arena as they pursue their 4th straight Stanley Cup playoffs appearance. That's hurricanes.com/tickets. One quick correction. Jake Bean has 3 points tonight for the Blue Jackets as we take a look at a scoreboard from around the NHL. Islanders and Flyers 1-1 at the end of the second. Rangers lead the Bruins 3-2 as they get started in the third period. Blue Jackets lead the Sabres 4-1. Just underway in the third there as well. And the Hurricanes, of course, with a 3-1 lead. Kraken and Oilers will get started at 9 o'clock tonight in Edmonton. Sharks host the Kings at 10 o'clock. Golden Knights home for the Colorado Avalanche. Let's take a look at some of the numbers through 2 periods of play here at PNC Arena. Shots on goal in favor of Carolina at 23-22. Canes getting out hit tonight so far, 24-21. Faceoffs dominant for the Canes. They've won 76% of the draws tonight. That's 36-11 for Carolina inside the faceoff circle. Carolina 2 for 3 on the power play so far tonight. The Tampa Bay Lightning are 0 for 2 on the power play. Canes with a couple of power play goals to start the game in the first period. In fact, their special teams was really the story of the first period. Jesperi Kotkaniemi, Teuvo Teravainen, Jack Drury, all the goal scorers for Carolina. Alex Barré-Boulet, the goal scorer for Tampa. We'll send it back out for the drop of the puck in the third period. Mike Maniscalco, Trip Tracy on the call next.
We know that juicy, cheesy, grilled to perfection burger sounds amazing, but it does sound like something is missing. Pepsi, baby! The yin to this burger's yang. Burgers and Pepsi go together like burgers and Pepsi. This perfect blending of flavors makes every bite of lettuce, every sesame seed on the bun, and every sip of that crisp, refreshing, ice-cold cola a journey to Foodtopia. Burgers, better with Pepsi. That's what I like.
As the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes, PNC Bank celebrates those who are taking steps every day to make our community a better place to live. Our focus on giving back is part of an ongoing commitment to customers, employees, and the communities we serve. Visit pnc.com/aboutus to learn more. PNC Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC. Hey, Caniacs, this is Mike Maniscalco. This season, Vector Security is giving away a free home security system for life to one new customer every Friday. So if you're going to the game, watch for the Vector Security logo on the video boards throughout the arena and enter to win. Or you can enter anytime by visiting Vector Security on Facebook. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, Vector Security wants to help you defend your house for life. You're listening to the exciting action of Canes hockey on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network. We get ready to start the third period here in Raleigh, North Carolina at PNC Arena, where the Hurricanes have a 3-1 lead heading into the final frame over the Tampa Bay Lightning here in preseason game number 1, along with Alec Campbell, color analyst Trip Tracy, our technical engineer John Brockwell. I'm Mike Maniscalco. Thanks for tuning in with us, everybody listening on the Hurricanes Radio Network and 99.9 The Fan in Raleigh. And we've got a lot of hockey to get to this season as the Carolina Hurricanes, 10 new faces in the lineup tonight, just in this preseason game, and already making the impact is Jesperi Kotkaniemi. Scored the first goal of this preseason for Carolina, and we are underway here in the third period as 10 seconds have elapsed. The Canes sending the puck in deep on Maxime Legacy, and now Tampa trying to clear the zone, and they do. Come out with the puck as far as the Canes' blue line is knocked down by Remielli, and Tony DeAngelo picks up the puck, and the Canes now back into the Tampa zone, sending it in deep where Sergachev spins away from a check, and Tampa will clear the zone, getting the puck to the Canes' blue line. It's picked up and now handled as it is Charles Hudon along the far boards. He'll lose it to the Carolina Hurricanes' Teuvo Teravainen. Beautiful assist tonight on the Kotkaniemi goal. Now the Hurricanes send the puck in deep, but Tampa Bay will pick up the loose change. Sergachev will send it to the Canes' blue line. Now out in front, shot as Tampa with a quick hitter right there, and getting across on Cameron McDonald is Freddie Anderson, who's still in the nets for the Carolina Hurricanes, and he has been brilliant so far tonight with 23 saves on 24 shots.
Well, the mental hockey sense to recognize that he needed to be a step ahead of the play, and his pushes from right to left and left to right have been economy of motion. There's just no room when Freddie Anderson, with his size, is moving as seamlessly as he is, and my suspicion would be that this was a discussion that maybe was had in the second intermission if Freddie wanted to go to the distance with just 4 preseason games. Rod has said that Freddie will get 2 and Antti Ranta 2. You know, if it was a fluid situation, if Alex Lyon was going to get the third period, who will be, I think, a capable call-up guy that you need.
Yes, especially in today's NHL. You don't want to think about a trip, but it seems like every organization at some point, as the Canes ice the puck here with 18:42 left, that you at least have to dip down to a third goaltender at some point during the course of the season.
And I don't know for sure how it's going to go. I know there had been some conversation, Mike, that there would be some type of a taxi situation for your third guy.
Yeah.
I mean, ideally, you want your third guy playing in Chicago in the American Hockey League, so he's game tested if needed. You know, you look at the injuries last year, and the big one to Peter Mrazek, and that's what allowed Alex Nedeljkovic to make the big step he did to the National Hockey League.
Again, goaltending, you just can never have enough of it in an organization, and how many times could we look in the past for the Carolina Hurricanes where there just wasn't the goaltending depth when things would happen to Cam Ward, and then you turn to others. Now the Canes are pretty set at the goaltender position for this year with Anderson, Ranta, and Lyon, at least heading into the season on paper. And I know games are played on ice, not paper, Trip, so...
Well, and a really good, some good prospects. A couple of Finns, Jack LaFontaine, who will be finishing in Wisconsin this year. So the well is a very good one.
Absolutely is. Now Tampa throws the puck out in front. Anderson stops a backhand chance there that was put on by Reifers, and Carolina now with a puck 2-on-1 developing. Snap shot right into the glove of Legacy is Lorentz. Assertive on that play. Looked off, step on, and Legacy with a good save there. Maybe his best of the game. With a minute 59 gone here in the third.
Legacy has made some really good glove saves. One notable one in the second, and there he was committed to the shot on the 2-on-1. It's tough to tell if Lorentz sold the shot with his eyes, and Barry Brulé actually was getting back to prevent any type of seam if he was going to pass the puck.
Now Jack Drury, son of Ted Drury, takes the draw, pushes it forward. Canes looking to keep it in the zone. Drury with a pot shot, but that bounces off of Taylor Radish to the Canes blue line. Carolina will get to the puck and send it back to the Tampa blue line, where a rough shot given there on Roman Schmidt by Stefan Nason. This line has been excellent tonight for the Carolina Hurricanes of Reese, Drury, and Nason. Now Jelena pushing the play for Carolina from his defensive spot, getting the puck into the corner for the Canes, where it's picked up by Nason. Now Drury goes in after it. Now Drury loses his helmet and he's got to go to the bench. That's the rule that was implemented last year in the NHL. So Drury smartly gets to the bench, and we'll get a stoppage of play with 17:19 to go here in the third period. The 3-1 Canes lead.
Yeah, Jack Drury either had to pick up his helmet, put it back on, or get to the bench. He was at the end of his shift, and the player, as I mentioned earlier, is 4 classes removed from earning his Bachelor of Arts degree in psychology at Harvard. You want to make sure you protect that area between the ears, and he did.
2018 second-round pick for the Canes. Comes up big, and now Carolina is going to go to the penalty box as Dominic Bach, German product, yanks down Mikhail Sergachev, and Carolina will be shorthanded for the third time tonight.
2-minute penalty, holding.
Hurricanes talk about tracking, reloading. It's the same thing, and Bach was just trying to get back on Sergachev. Sergachev is so strong after Tampa gains possession of the puck. He just wasn't responsible enough with his stick. Bach is a guy that I just haven't noticed that much. A player with a very heavy shot came over with Joel Edmondson in a deal that said longtime Hurricane Justin Falk to St. Louis a few years ago.
Well, now the Canes penalty killers back to work as a shot is hammered right on, and Anderson makes the save, shutting the door on Charles Hudon as Tampa worked the puck around off of the draw. And again, Anderson, the economy of motion has been something to watch tonight, Trip, from the Canes' new netminder. Now Tampa setting up their power play again, getting the puck through the slot. He misses everyone. Lorentz tracks after it along the boards. Radish has it.
Sends it into the corner, but the Canes able to get a stick to it. Lorentz attempting to clear, but it's kept in by Sergachev. Lorentz interfered with, but they play on. And Carolina is able to clear it as Lorentz gets a stick to it and sends it 200 feet. And it'll be played there by Legacy.
Good play as well from the weak side defenseman. Opposite side the puck was Tony DeAngelo. I'm not sure if Tony will be killing penalties this year, but he's had some good moments shorthanded, so that's all the more depth if you have defensemen, multiple defensemen who happen to take penalties in a game.
Again, that's what the preseason is for. You get a look at especially new players, see how they've been adapting to the systems that are being implemented, and so far the Canes like what they've seen is Mason gets the puck along the boards and sends it to the Tampa zone, and that'll take more time off of the penalty to box. Just 45 seconds remain. And now Carolina comes up with a steal. Jack Drury gets to it. He'll send it back to the Canes' blue line and just taking more time off the clock, sliding it into the Tampa zone. Now Militic is watching Ruda. Ruda has a little room to operate. We'll leave it back, and away comes Tampa. 20 seconds left on this power play chance for the Lightning. I think their last rush here as Colton has it, circling the net. Suzuki watching him, and Suzuki comes up with a steal of the lazy pass from Colton. Now he sends it out to center ice as charging from his wing position was Militic. Good play there by Suzuki and Militic to kill off the final 20 seconds of this Tampa Bay power play. And the Canes 3 for 3 on the kill here tonight. Now a puck finds its way into the Canes zone, and a sharp shot is put right on that. Anderson has to make the save as a rebound careened itself all the way to Barre Boulay, the goal scorer tonight for Tampa. Now Carolina back the other way. Selgren sends it down low. Trying to get to the puck for the Canes. It's Kotkaniemi. Now out top. DeAngelo hammers one. While Legacy sees it the whole way, and he'll glove that down. 14:44 remaining here in the third period.
And Frederick Anderson to the right of our radio booth is making sure that his mask is A-OK, because that shot caught him right between the eyes off the end boards. Sometimes it can break one of your snaps, so you have to make sure. We talk about it all the time that most goaltenders have certainly 2 masks, maybe even 3.
Face off to the right of Legacy is won by Tampa. Bursting into the Hurricane zone is McDonald. Throw it behind the Canes net around the boards, and Teravainen takes a shove but is able to get the puck to the neutral zone. Sergachev will spin with it. He'll lose it. The neutral zone. Carolina. It's Trocheck. Come away with it. Send the puck back where it'll be handled by the Carolina Hurricane. Jelena sending it deep into the Tampa zone. Kotkaniemi going after it. He chops at it. Comes away with it along the near boards, but then he has that taken away by McDonald. Sergachev looking to clear. It's Cole pinched in from his position, and now Joey Keane takes a shot. Able to make a play. Watching on the puck there is Nason. Nason's going to go for a change, and Carolina sends a new player over the boards as it's Josh Lavo. Lavo will pick up the puck. Johnny on the spot. Sending the puck across for Lajoie. Now motoring through center ice, it's Joey Keane. Keane will throw the puck along the boards where Lajoie will get to it. He'll jump in from his defensive position down in the corner. Now to be thrown by Lavo. Looking for a return pass as the Canes knocking on the doorstep. Lajoie will pick up the loose puck. Trying to center it across for Jameson Reese. Now it's down low. Handled by Lavo. Reese sets a pick out in the slot. And the Canes couldn't connect as Drury found his way to a little open ice, put the puck just a little bit behind him, and the Canes have to retreat as the puck is sent into their own zone. 13 minutes to go here in the third. Now Reese back into the Tampa zone, but he'll have that taken away from him by Roman Schmidt.
Good shift from Joey Keane. He's a player that maybe has a better chance of a call-up because he's a right-shot defenseman behind, of course, Pesce, DeAngelo, and Bear.
Taylor Radish puts one right on. Anderson makes the save. Puck stays in the zone. As Schmidt fires one, that goes wide of the net. Now Ross Colton to give chase, but the Canes able to clear, get it as far as center ice. Will be picked up by Schmidt. Gets it to the Canes' blue line. No further. Waiting for the puck was Ian Cole. Now Colton Moore is able to. Ross Colton is able to throw the puck a little bit deeper. Canes are loose now with the puck in their own zone. And Schuster gets to it, and he'll throw one across the blue paint. and that'll hit the boards and come out.
There, Anderson was trying to get out and challenge Schuster, but he knew there was a Tampa player lurking as well, just off to his right. So he couldn't over-challenge. I've been very impressed with the hockey sense of Freddie Anderson.
26 saves tonight for the Canes netminder, and now Kokaniemi gets the puck at the goal line, sends it across the blue paint. Selgren keeps it in at the blue line for Carolina. Teravainen spins around looking for Trocheck. The puck will come all the way across. Jelena will leave it there for Kokaniemi, but that'll be picked away by Barry Boulay. And Barry Boulay steps around Selgren, gets the puck down low, where it'll be handled by Schuster. He works it around the boards, but too far and out. Tampa Bay has to go tag up. They do. Schuster throws the puck in off of Selgren, and as he does that, the Lightning had flown into the Cane zone. They had to go tag up. They do. Throwing the puck back into the Hurricanes end. Kachuk throws the body for Tampa Bay, but Carolina is able to work the puck around and send it across the ice and deep. Is this going to make it for icing? Yes, it does. Face off back in the Hurricane zone with 11:13 remaining here in the third period.
You can't quite simulate game conditions. And Vincent Trocheck, who had a heck of a first period with his wingers Teravainen and Kokaniemi, 2/3 of that line has to stay on the ice after icing. Now Tampa will choose the face-off dot, which will be the tougher side for Vincent Trocheck. So I think this is good for Vincent's cardio. And because he would already be off the ice and on the bench, and now he needs to find a way with help to win a draw and exit the zone.
Cameron McDonald wins the draw, but the puck will leak its way off of Declan McDonald's stick onto Anderson, and now more cardio work for Vincent Trocheck as there's a scrum behind Anderson. Trocheck's got a smile on his face. Meanwhile, the rest of the Lightning aren't happy about it, as Daniel Walcott wants to get a piece of the Canes centerman. Some jawing going on, and we'll stop play.
Nobody has a better one-line ability on the Hurricanes with regards to trash talk than Vincent Trocheck. I won't repeat any of it, but let me tell you, some of the things that he's able to come up quickly are legendary.
Well, you can tell me in the break, because that's where we're headed. 11:10 to go here in the third period. Hurricanes lead the Lightning 3-1 here on the Hurricanes Radio Network.
PNC Bank believes that how you handle overdraft should be in your control, not just your bank's. That's why we created Low Cash Mode, the new financial watch-out that gives you multiple options and at least 24 hours of extra time to help avoid overdraft fees. Low Cash Mode, available with Virtual Wallet, gives you options and extra time to help avoid overdraft fees. Learn more at pnc.com/lowcashmode. PNC Bank, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
With Advance Auto Parts, you can get the part you need from the comfort of your garage. We have a wide variety of parts in stock, and you can get them fast. Order online with Advance Same Day and get your part with same-day pickup in-store, same-day curbside, or same-day delivery. It's the fastest way to get the part you need, where you need it, when you need it. Advance your auto at Advance Auto Parts and participating CarQuest locations. See store for details.
Have you ever caught a t-shirt that fell from the rafters at PNC or shot out of Stormy's air cannon? Hurricanes alum Shane Willis here, and I know that it is always a big part of every Hurricanes home game, and it's all thanks to Raleigh Screen Print, a family-owned and operated business that will beat any online website price for bulk orders. That's right, unbeatable prices and designs on your everyday t-shirt or high-performance sporting apparel. Raleigh Screen Print has exactly what you need. To see all they can provide and get your unbeatable price quote, visit RaleighScreenPrint.com today.
Welcome back. Third period, 11:10 remaining, and Canes fans, Hurricane season ticket membership start as low as $20 per game. Include the lowest ticket rates, exclusive access, and benefits. For more to learn about a full season 22-game or 11-game flex plan, all you have to do is visit Hurricanes.com/season tickets. With Trip Tracy, Mike Maniscalco. Here is the Hurricanes preseason game number 1, 3-1 lead here in the third period trip with 11:10 left. And again, Freddie Anderson quietly, I think, has been the story of this game for Carolina and the Nets.
A lot of really good stories. You talk about home games. The second half of October, it's going to be very important because it's such a road-heavy schedule in the month of November.
As we get a puck out of play, stopping things so you can When you talk about the road-heavy schedule, I just love picking your brain about the goaltending situation, how it's changed over the years, where it used to be you saddle a horse and ride with them. How important is it now, especially with this year we're going to have a compressed schedule with the Olympics coming up, to have guys that you can turn to, and you can either go hot-hand if you want to, or go with a rotation that we've seen with Rod Brind'Amour as the head coach of the Hurricanes. He's not been afraid to kind of go with a baseball-like pitching rotation with his goaltenders.
Well, the majority of Anderson's time in Toronto, his workload was probably more than was desired. And so if Antti Raanta can stay healthy, that should really have a positive impact over the course of the season on Anderson.
Now Finley will roll a puck in on Anderson, and Anderson will glove that down, and he'll take a swat from Frederick Anderson afterwards, and the Hurricanes take exception to that. Jack Drury and company letting Anderson know that there's no part of that here with 10:32 left in the third period.
Yeah, you would definitely think. I mean, last year was really, you hope, just a blip on the radar and a lost year for Anderson in Toronto, because when you look at his career numbers, last year was a departure, and then Jack Campbell comes in and really grabs the ball. But if you can reduce his workload, because he was one of the most leaned upon goaltenders for several years in Toronto, you don't want that. And you're equipped, if Raanta can stay healthy, that you're going to avoid that, which will help you for the course of 82 games, Mike, and then it's going to allow you to be fresher, hopefully, if you make the playoffs for a fourth consecutive time.
Now a turnover as the Canes coming away with a puck into the zone. Shot right on as Josh Lavo jumped in on Legacy, and Legacy stopped the breakaway attempt from Lavo, another former Toronto Maple Leaf.
Well, I'm not sure if this is a set defensive zone play, but Lavo defensive zone draw had his Jets going immediately. And the clear-cut breakaway, and Legacy has gotten better and better as this game has gone along. There he was able to get out, get a push, and anticipate that it was going to be a quick move backhand, forehand, and he sealed it very nicely.
Now Stepan wins the draw. Across for Ian Cole. Cole's shot deflected, tracked down by Lorentz. Lorentz now spins through the circle. He's got a tough angle shot right on, and Legacy makes the save. This line has been very good. We can say that, I think, for all four lines, but Stepan, Lorentz, and Lavo have had some very good moments here in preseason game number one.
Well, if you have a full complement of good health, you're trying to figure out, great news that alternate captain Jordan Martinook signs a multi-year extension, so he'll factor in. You have Lavo, you have Stepan, that righty especially in the four slot, and if you have injuries, Stepan can also step up in the center rotation.
Like what you did there with that, and the Canes almost got a goal from Selgren, who frisbeed one in from the blue line that was deflected just wide of Legacy. Now Carolina staying on the puck as Trocheck, Kotkaniemi, and Teravainen out for Rod Brind'Amour. Kotkaniemi's shot deflects off of Teravainen into the corner. Trocheck gets to it. One hands the puck, but Schuster's there. He'll give it away. Teravainen gets it to the blue line, and now it'll pop free. It's Barré-Boulet trying to go one-on-one against Jelena. Good work by Eric Jelena to stand up Barré-Boulet. Puck can't be cleared. Floated to the right of Anderson into the corner where it's tracked down. Teravainen tries to clear, can't. Kept in, gets right back. Trocheck plays a little second base, catches it, knocks it down. Now he's got time to move the puck out. Absorbs a hit, gets it up to Kotkaniemi, to Teravainen. Teravainen wisely flips the puck in on Legacy, and the Canes go for a full change. 9 minutes, 10 seconds to go here in the third period. 3-1 Hurricanes lead. Into the Cane zone, a heavy shot by Daniel Walcott at Anderson. Steadily kicks into the corner. Now Walcott crashes into the net, and he'll dislodge the Carolina Hurricanes cage, and that'll bring a face-off outside of the Hurricane zone as Walcott got himself stopping play with 9:01 to go here in the third period. The Hurricanes up 3-1 on the Tampa Bay Lightning here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
Hey, Caniacs, this is Mike Maniscalco. This season, Vector Security is giving away a free home security system for life to one new customer every Friday. So if you're going to the game, watch for the Vector Security logo on the video boards throughout the arena and enter to win. Or you can enter anytime by visiting Vector Security on Facebook. As the official security partner of the Carolina Hurricanes, Vector Security wants to help you defend your house for life.
Have you ever caught a t-shirt that fell from the rafters at PNC or shot out of Stormy's air cannon? Hurricanes alum Shane Willis here, and I know that it is always a big part of every Hurricanes home game, and it's all thanks to Raleigh Screen Print, a family-owned and operated business that will beat any online website price for bulk orders. That's right, unbeatable prices and designs on your everyday t-shirt or high-performance sporting apparel. Raleigh Screen Print has exactly what you need. To see all they can provide and get your unbeatable price quote, visit RaleighScreenPrint.com today.
What makes us unique as individuals makes us stronger together. At PNC, we believe our differences make the difference in who we are as individuals. And when you bring together individuals from different backgrounds with unique interests and perspectives, we can do more, we can be more, and we can achieve more together. Visit pnc.com/diversity to learn more. PNC, proud to be the official bank of the Carolina Hurricanes. The PNC Financial Services Group, Incorporated, all rights reserved.
Our next broadcast on the Hurricanes Radio Network will be coming up on Friday, October 1st at 7 o'clock. I can wish my wife a early happy birthday on that.
Boy, did you overachieve.
Oh, my God. You talk about outkicking your coverage. I know it's a different sport, but that's the truth.
Yeah.
By the way,
you guys must have some real battles, though. Kristen, a Bills fan, and you, for whatever reason, a Vikings fan.
It's a very long story.
You'll have a lot of friends that, from that standpoint, on this roster, because the Hurricanes have a heavy allotment of Minnesotans.
It breaks a lot of the ice for me, so that's helpful. And as long as the Bills are winning, she's happy, so that means I'm happy. So we'll find that out one day as the Canes now control the puck into the Tampa Bay zone.
That ship may have sailed, pal.
Puck picked up, sent out in front of Legacy as a smart play by Militek behind the net. Now he tracks it down and keeps it into the slot where Suzuki goes for the short side and Legacy makes the save. And the puck along the near boards. Sam Militek's had a good night tonight in this fourth line role for the Carolina Hurricanes.
Well, he tracked back and caused a turnover and then was able to find Suzuki nicely.
Now Dominic Bach gets it to Lajoie. His shot goes off of the glove of Legacy and trickles just wide of the left post. And Tampa can just bat the puck out to the Canes' blue line. Now Lajoie has a lane. Jumps into the Tampa zone. Lajoie carrying, circling, head up. Still with the puck. He's got time. Works it across for Keane. Joey Keane now dancing down the boards. Gets some help from Jameson Reese. Now Lajoie can get off the ice. Puck is picked up by Nason. Nason, he's taken down by Clayson. No call there. Canes keep it in. Puck bounces with a shot from Jelena. Hits a skate out in front. It goes just on the top of the blue paint, and Tampa just hacks it out to the Canes' blue line. 7:35 to go here in the third period. Now Jack Drury with a goal tonight. Works it across, shot right on by Nason, and Legacy with the save. Oh, a dandy pass by Drury.
That was an excellent example of the scouting report on Jack Drury. At the appropriate times, he's willing to hold on to pucks. He was at the offensive blue line, and he held on to the puck, Mike, for an extra split second, and that is what created. Then he passed the puck with pace to the bench side of the ring and created the chance. Some players would have gotten antsy. He holds on to pucks at the right times in the right ways. And there he did to create that opportunity.
Now the face-off to the left of Legacy is won by Tampa, but it's kept in by Ian Cole. Smart play by the veteran defenseman to jump in and throw it along the boards. Cole, free agent from Minnesota, signed a one-year deal here in his 12th season in the NHL. And he has been, as advertised, steady. And he and Tony D'Angelo have had a good game tonight as the combination on the blue line. D'Angelo tries to keep the puck in. Tampa is able to get it out.
The Stanley Cup winning captain in Pittsburgh, he said, what am I going to get from Ian Cole? He said he eats pucks. Of course, shorthanded.
Now Matthew Joseph gets the puck into the Canes zone. Tries a return pass out in front. Anderson Conley makes the save as Joseph gets the return in the slot. Puck kept in by Schuster. Schuster works the puck up top. Now around. Colton will get it in the left face-off dot. Colton trying to step away from Cole. He does, but throws the puck down low where D'Angelo gets it. But Schuster, jumping in from his defensive position, takes it away. Now Tampa keeps it in. Sergachev at the blue line. Works it across. Heavy shot by Tkachuk. Doesn't get through.
He ate the puck. Ian Cole. It was Sidney Crosby who told me, you're going to love him shorthanded. supreme character, and he eats pucks, and he just did that there, fronting that shot, paying the price.
Not afraid to get in front of the puck there, but now a turnover by Kotkaniemi. Tampa keeps it in the zone. Skating around, trying to come up with the puck, but Schuster will take it away as the shot is labeled on after Reifers throws it to the point. Now back into the corner. Barré-Boulet has it behind the net, tries a quick little 2-foot pass, but that's intercepted by the Carolina Hurricanes, and it's Teuvo Teravainen who will send it in deep. Kotkaniemi with a shove on Claesson. Teravainen comes up with a steal behind the Tampa net, but fans on the pass, and that'll allow Tkachuk the opportunity to send the puck back into the Hurricanes' end. 5 minutes, 25 seconds to go here in the third period. Carolina 3-1 lead over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Now loose play in the neutral zone by Tampa as the puck scooped up by the Hurricanes. On the backhand, Trocheck tries to get it out front. Instead, he takes a heavy hit from Radish into the boards. Worse for wear. Back to the puck. Throwing it is Dominic Bach. Canes trying to keep it in. Lajoie does for the moment. Tampa finds an alley, and Claesson has it deflected off of his stick into the Canes bench. Stopping play with 4 minutes and 56 seconds. We come down the stretch here in preseason game number 1. The Carolina Hurricanes lead the Tampa Bay Lightning 3-1. You're listening to Canes Hockey on the Hurricanes Radio Network.
Hey, Hurricanes fans, no matter how you celebrate game day, it's all about the food. And Harris Teeter has everything you need. Delicious subs and wraps, fresh hot store-made pizza, all sizes of party platters or ready-to-serve wing trays, just to name a few. Plus, with Harris Teeter fuel points, you can earn free fuel with every purchase you make, up to $1 off per gallon. Stop at your Harris Teeter for great savings on all your game day needs, or download the HT app to order ahead. Harris Teeter, where Hurricanes fans shop for groceries.
NHLShop.com, the official online store of the National Hockey League, and the world's largest selection of officially licensed NHL fan gear, with unique one-of-a-kind designs by Fanatics, Adidas, and all the latest styles for every NHL team. Don't miss out. Shop now and get today's special offer. NHLShop.com, a Fanatics experience.
There's never been a better time to switch to Spectrum Mobile. You could save hundreds of dollars on your mobile bill. Plus, there are no added taxes, hidden fees, and no contracts. Try the Spectrum Mobile Savings Calculator today, and in 3 easy steps, you'll see how much you could save by switching. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save. Spectrum Internet required. Savings may vary. Restrictions apply. Visit SpectrumMobile.com/save for details.
Well, when the Carolina Hurricanes, if they hang on for this last minute, 4 minutes and 56 seconds, when the Canes win, you can enjoy a free chicken sandwich from Chick-Fil-A at participating Greater Triangle locations by logging into the Chick-Fil-A app. Nothing better than a free sandwich after a win, Trip. Yeah. As someone who's enjoyed a lot of sandwiches after, well, everything.
We're probably a couple minutes away from when John Cooper, great coach that he is, who coached Team Canada in Beijing at the Olympics before he thinks about lifting legacy.
Now, with 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go here in the third, Hurricanes up 3-1 on Tampa. Joey Keane leaves the puck in the corner for Lajoie, who helps to work the puck up front, where it's handled by Militek. Militek gets it into Suzuki. Suzuki leaves it behind the net. It'll be picked up there by Dominic Bach. Loose puck, though, was scored out of the zone all the way back to the Canes' blue line.
I agree with what you said about Militek. He's had some nice looks. I think he's gotten more comfortable as the game has gone along. The Michigan native who played in the OHL for the London Knights.
Good to see Ryan Suzuki on the ice. Of course, he had that eye injury a few years ago in juniors, and he said that he has learned to play with it. Of course, for the Carolina Hurricanes, they've had a player who has reached out to him in their history about dealing with an eye injury and coming back for that. So if you're the Carolina Hurricanes, it's good to see Suzuki out on the ice and having an impact tonight.
His brother, who had a sensational breakout year and a big part of Montreal going to the Stanley Cup Finals, it took him time. You just, again, Mike, you have to be patient. You really do. Even if you don't go through adversity like the eye injury that he dealt with. It takes time.
I was referring to Manny Malhotra as well.
Manny Malhotra, and he could. With Jordan Stahl being the captain of the Canes, Mark Stahl obviously went through a very scary eye injury, and lean on that as well.
But again, good to see Suzuki on the ice, and all 4 lines tonight for the Canes have been noticeable in good ways as we have 3 minutes left here in the third period, a 3-1 lead for Carolina. As Lorentz trying to help keep the puck in, Josh Lavo has it, knocks it out to center ice, but a smart play by the Canes, gives it to Lajoie, and Carolina reloads, trying to get to the puck, but Tampa able to tip it out into the neutral zone. Canes have to tag up, and they do. Stepan gives chase. Smart play by the veteran along the boards, tries to feed it to the blue line, but it's deflected by the stick of Taylor Radish. Back to the Canes blue line. Carolina just dumps the puck back into the Tampa zone. The faithful here at PNC Arena are letting out their howls as Teravainen gets the puck, skates it into Kotkaniemi in the slot. Kotkaniemi leaves it top of the face-off circles, and that shot's deflected out of play by Legacy as Jelena had a good look almost in between the rings.
The Canes are doing a nice job playing in the Tampa zone with the lead, like running the football on Sunday. This line that's on the ice, they made their splash in the first period, the NHL line of Trocheck, Kotkaniemi, and Teravainen. I do like the fact that just watching Jesperi Kotkaniemi, he did take a hooking penalty, but for the most part, his stick is always on the ice. And that's a good habit to have.
The face-off to the left of Legacy, the Tampa netminder, is won by Tampa. They only get the puck as far as the Canes blue line. Jelena will corral that, deflects it off of Trocheck into the Tampa zone. Legacy has to play it along the boards. Ruda sends it to an empty wing. Nobody's there. Kotkaniemi, though, is there for Carolina. He'll pick it up. Kotkaniemi spins around. He'll lose the puck to Kachuk, who sends it up to Barre Boulet. Leave there for Ruda. Ruda throws the puck on, and Legacy heads to the bench for the extra attacker with 1:40 left here in the third period. 6-on-5 hockey for Tampa. Empty net as the puck is rolled on. Anderson has it, still loose out in front. Now he'll put the big catching glove on top of it and freeze play. As lurking was Simon Reifers out in front. Nudon, good chance there for Tampa with 91 seconds left here in the third period.
Does John Cooper want to go back to Tampa as soon as possible, or are they going to burn their timeout? Offensive zone draw with the empty net. Big takeaways with 91 seconds left to play. Anderson is a big one, not just in terms of the statistical part of it, but the calming nature. The NHL line, the Trocheck line, a gorgeous goal. We will see a timeout now. The Reese to Jack Drury goal, the third goal that Carolina scored way back when early in the second period. It's been a very solid performance. I do think that Tampa's played a more spirited game as the game has wore along. We've gotten a good look at the special teams. I think Carolina, that big kill early in the game at 0-0. Oftentimes, if you can get through that, that's a good thing. A couple of power play goals. One where winning a power play faceoff was a big part of it. One where a clean power play entry was a big part of it. It's been a good night. Now you get to work on protecting the lead with an empty net.
And we get to see Tim Gleason as we're here at PNC Arena. Yes, that's Tim Gleason who runs the defense now, going over the orders of what to do.
But this is a really impressive part of Rod, too. Because Rod's going to give Tim Gleason the penalty killing. Rod, when he delegates, he gives complete belief in whatever compartments of the game that his assistant coaches are responsible for. He doesn't delegate and then take over. He delegates and believes in his staff.
That's huge key. And you get that kind of synergy between the staff as the face-off to the right of Anderson. Shot is put on from the point by Sergachev. Anderson knocks it down. And the puck comes loose into the corner. D'Angelo gets to it. Canes try to swat it out. Kept into the point by Sergachev. Sends it down low for Finley. Finley puts it out in front, and the puck just skitters away as Hudon was parked out to the left of Anderson. Now Tampa keeping the puck in. Shot into the slot. Anderson with a save as right in the middle of the ice. Looking at a wide open net was Remielli. But Anderson makes a save. Now another attempt by Hudon. And Anderson again makes the save. Stopping play with 51.5 seconds to go here in the third period.
That's another deceivingly underrated save from Frederick Anderson. He had to be tired. You know, he has the God-given gift of size, but got over square in the butterfly. It was very compact. Just let the puck roll up. And he gets a much-needed whistle so you can make a line change because fatigue was an issue.
Still an empty net for John Cooper's Tampa Bay Lightning. His team trailing the Hurricanes 3-1. A face-off. It's taken and won by Jack Drury. Can the Canes clear? No. Kept in at the point by Ruda. He sends it down low for Kachuk. Kachuk up top for Sergachev. Bouncing puck. Doesn't find its way through as it hits a few bodies. Now Kokaniemi gets a stick to it. Kept in at the blue line by Sergachev. Chops it into the corner. And it's worked around. Where Colton has it. He'll send it down low. Looking for a play. D'Angelo with a good stick. Knocking away the pass behind the net by Kachuk. The puck into the slot for Joseph. Excellent stick there by Kokaniemi, though, to knock it away from Joseph. And now there's 10 seconds left here in the third period. Last push for Tampa to try to get something going. As Colton sends it on the wing. All the way across. Shot put. Oh, almost through. Great block. Out in front by Jack Drury. Of course, why not? As he stopped the Radish opportunity. Time expires, and the Hurricanes win Game 1 of the preseason of the 2021-22 season. 3-1 over the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Well, a very fine Tuesday night. I think my biggest takeaways, Mike, the script. You want a player to feel comfortable. Kokaniemi scoring on a gorgeous tic-tac-toe power play goal to open the scoring from Teravainen and Trocheck on the goal line. That's the guy you want to see score first. That line in the first period, are they going to surge it up or no? I don't know. You got a lot of new faces. Anderson had an ultra-impressive debut. If they do the 3 stars, I would expect Frederick Anderson to be number 1 in the calm nature of the way he played the game. The pairing of Ian Cole and Tony D'Angelo. And then the future, you never know how quickly they could become the present. That gorgeous goal in the second period from Jameson Reese to Jack Drury. And I'm just scratching the surface of very positive takeaways here in Game 1 of the 4 preseason games.
There will be no storm surge tonight.
Well, people don't see you doing the floss in the radio booth right now.
Thank goodness for that. Nobody needs to see that. I'm sorry you had to. As we now
look like you could have been on Saturday Night Live.
I believe we already were. It was called Your Cousin Chris Farley and David Spade. 36 save performance for the Carolina Hurricanes. Frederick Anderson trip. We can wait here for the 3 stars, and we'll let everybody know who that is, and then we will take a break and let Alec Campbell wrap up the network broadcast. But Jack Drury, who had himself a heck of a contest with his first goal in his first preseason action for the Canes, is the 3rd star for Carolina.
Holding on to pucks the way that he beat the defenseman, Roman Schmidt, to the front of the net, a 6'6" defenseman to finish off that beautiful feed from Jameson Reese.
Welcome to Carolina. As Freddie Anderson is the 2nd star of the game, as mentioned with those 36 saves, the calm demeanor, the efficiency of movement in the net.
Let's see if H. Wade Minter, the fine voice here in the building, can he say Kokaniemi?
We'll find out.
You're going to meet him for the first time, number 82.
Did a nice job.
He did a nice
You would
job.
have thought that H. Wade Minter used his summer in Oulu in northern Finland with... Although Kokaniemi, I believe, is from Pori, but we'll dig into that at a future date.
We will. And yes, Barry gets to talk to Abby Labar. If this was TV, we'd get it all to you, but it's radio. So with this, we will bid you a fond farewell for game number 1. My thanks to Trip Tracy, our technical engineer, John Brockwell. Alec Campbell will wrap up the network broadcast as the Hurricanes win game number 1 of the preseason, 3-1. Thanks for listening. Alec Campbell's got the network broadcast wrap up coming up here on the Carolina Hurricanes Radio Network.
We know that juicy, cheesy